live.
Hello, friends.
Wow.
Please. Oh yeah, that's not even the half of it, Will. Hello, friends. You can hear Will's voice. You cannot see his face yet. Hannah is working on that.
Not yet.
Don't be scared. He is alive, he is well. Don't be scared by the appearance of the room that he is in once you can see him.
It actually looks so nice in person, but the way it comes through on my shitty camera, like, it does look like I am in a hostage situation, for sure.
It really does.
Blink twice.
I mean, I am just a hostage by 2017.
Jump scare alert.
Yeah.
Wow, hi. I was way close to the camera.
That was my bad. I didn't realize it was going to be the whole frame.
Hi, folks.
We were all crafting in separate places, and now we can all craft kind of together. And
yeah, I knew there would be a delay.
Well, look, it's like you're in the window with us. Do we like that?
That's cute.
Yeah.
He's gonna cut us off when we stand up, but that's fine.
Here. Oh God, there's
from White Boy. That's wow. I'll take it. There are a lot of us.
My favorite white boy. Hey, white boy of the month.
I'll tell you right here, right. Please tell me that people. Do I have to like eat the phone for this to work?
Do it. Worse. Worse.
I mean, I'm listening back to the stream. You can hear, and your mouth sounds and your face are lining up pretty well. Chat, let us know if that's not the case for you.
So, to sort of proof of concept, chat, what I am crafting over here in my separate space, I am finally getting to paint the Herald of Knowledge.
For no reason.
This little guy, yeah, for no reason.
For no reason, just for fun.
Just the funsies.
We're in the studio at the very, very beginning of making a tree that will go in the corner behind Will. The concept is gnarled tree made of paper. It's made of paper from deliveries, honestly, and the New York Times.
Yep.
Because we are in New York.
In case you didn't know.
All used. None bought. We did not buy paper to use it for this purpose. These newspapers have been read.
Maybe not by us, but by somebody.
Someone else read them and gave them to us. We don't use paper newspapers. I don't.
Once.
Yeah. And the thought is it'll be a cool gnarled paper tree made out of all this paper we've collected, and then also you'll see these weird little bump outs. It'll kind of, we want to use the natural bumps in the tree to end up being little ledges.
The natural bumps.
The natural bumps.
You can see.
William, this is a family show.
The strangest thing any of us have said on the stream.
No, you kill it, you feel it.
Oh, that was so...
You feel it.
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah?
I don't know why, but I just want that on a t-shirt.
I think someone said they would wear that. It was so unhinged.
It was
so
alley-ooped.
Yeah. But then in theory we can have some of those little figurines like nestled in the tree, but we just thought it might look nicer right now. We have an assortment of shelves and boxes in the corner, truthfully.
Yeah, I don't know if you disagree, but I feel like the most chaotic place in our studio besides the closet is right behind Will. / at Will's feet.
Yeah.
It is all sort of leftover from the previous campaign when we started accruing all this stuff and didn't know what to do with it. And now we've only accrued more like mini things, and I need them accessible to me, but there's only so much table space.
Yeah.
So I end up having like boxes, jars of minis between my toes.
Yeah.
And people should be paying extra for that.
That sounds like
that's for
between your toes.
That's for
Here, I'll put this here so we can see Will's
another
face.
How am I? Oh yeah. You don't have to see my face. You can see what I'm doing. It's fine. I'm also probably. I think I was gonna start from the top and work the way down. Actually.
Look at that. We got a little
Same
red sash going.
Start from here.
Start from like the top and work my way down in terms of like alternating the pieces.
Yeah.
The minis between my feet. There's like a really wonky like plastic dragon mini that has frequently been on the floor. I picked up the boat Reem's ship with my feet also yesterday, or Wednesday, whatever it was. convenient, truthfully.
I can't say I haven't done that.
Just convenient. I also should probably do a quick like first layer here so that I remember not to go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do it like that.
Perfect. Love it.
So that way we remember.
Beautiful. But chat, how are you all? How's your, what is today? Saturday. I've not been on Discord at all today because I bartended in the morning and then got home and fell asleep and I cut 3 of my fingers.
So she's not
at
using
the bar,
any glue.
so I'm not allowed to use glue.
Hannah fought me on that, and I was like, we're literally gonna get in a really sticky situation if you are glued between your band-aids and rip any of this open, so.
If I was glued to a paper tree, I don't think I'd have to go into work tomorrow, though.
I mean,
You can still get written up for that.
if you need an accident
Oh, from
to
these
happen.
people, I 100% would.
Just got back from Moulin Rouge, the musical.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, we saw that last year. It's such a fun time.
Who's in that right now?
I don't know. When I saw it, it was a while ago.
I don't know if there's any stunts right now or if it's just.
I know Aaron was coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought. Yeah. That may have already happened though.
When we saw it, he was in it, and I remember we were like leaving the theater and we were waiting for the light to change, Kyle and I, to cross the street. And he was standing there waiting for our light to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, be cool, don't say anything. Because we were talking about the musical, obviously, and it was all very nice things, but then I was so aware that Aaron Tveit was standing next to me waiting at the red light.
Oh my, the other day we were going to rehearsal at this building called Stage 42. It was that we were performing at the New 42 Studios or something, where we were rehearsing, and the lifts are all down, so everybody's waiting to cram into this one lift to go up to all the different floors of rehearsal studios. So we get in, there are a bunch of us packed into this lift, nobody can fit, and as the doors begin to close, who should round to try and get in but Lin-Manuel Miranda himself?
Shut up.
With the coat and sunglasses, and he just simply couldn't fit in the lift, so he made his little, like, sad hermit face and stayed in the lobby.
Get the next one, bub.
Yeah, sorry.
We have Dungeons and Dragons to do.
Yeah.
Eat shit, my guy. But I feel like it's a rite of passage to see Lin-Manuel in New York at some point.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
He lives up the street from us.
I saw him on the train the other month. And I was like staring at him. Huh? I can't say which train.
Here, I'm gonna pause the music so we can hear Will. Let us know if you can hear Will better now. I turned the music off so it's not competing.
I am, just so everybody else knows, for full transparency, because of the way we have this all set up, I'm currently on speakerphone call with Hannah and Rachel.
High tech over here.
While the 20-sided tavern plays out the speaker in the back, so anything I have to say, I'll assume is not going to be heard. I won't be dropping any lore nuggets today, unless really explicitly prompted.
Do it.
I guess I could like prop you up on something so you could be like right next to the mic. That might be fun.
Oh, I'm definitely getting my arm workout in today.
Yeah?
Right now the paper is competing. Listen, it's paper ASMR. We knew it was going to be a paper stream. I don't know if I told Will that it was going to be a paper stream.
No. But who cares? It's arts and crafts. Any crafts are allowed.
But yeah, if you ever wondered what Will's doing backstage at 20-sided tavern, it looks like they're holding him hostage.
No, okay. This is the least fun room. All the other rooms, like the soft room where we hang out, and the actual dressing room, we have all like when people come and give us stickers or Apollo's keychains, right? It's like filled with loot in there and very fun. But this is the most like studio of the rooms, and it's the least fun looking of the rooms. So you're getting the absolute worst backstage experience.
Thou doth protest.
Sorry.
You say soft room? Is it like a soft play room so you can like bounce off the walls?
Kinda. It has giant beanbags and 3 separate plush cots in there, foldy cots that we snap on constantly.
Oh, that sounds nice.
What is
It's the swing life in there.
Called it
When like we
soft room.
and also there's like today where you have all this time between shows but not enough to go home and come back. We all just snuggle.
But
it's not.
he said cots, not cocks. In case
Thank
that was
you.
what you were wondering.
I was like, you're playing with what? Because it was hard for me to hear.
Soft cocks.
Soft cocks. Gremlin, is that who this is? Yeah. Story about Agony. John and I went to a summer theater a lot in Massachusetts. And one summer they were doing Into the Woods, and we both went, okay, we're going to audition for this big time. And we thought we were going to go for the Princes. We didn't really know what we wanted to do, but as a result, we started practicing singing agony together and adding some harmonies here and there. Got to the actual audition and callbacks. This was a theater company that liked to do auditions and callbacks all in front of everybody else at the same time, which is, in retrospect, a bad idea.
I don't like that.
We were doing that. And we had both been called back, among other things, for the Princes, and we all had to sing agony. The Princes, that's what the Princes did. Like, you'd stand up stage together, you really were only going to sing your part alone, and then the other Prince would do the same thing alone, but just they want to see how you'd act off of each other. And they had a bunch of people called back for the Princes, and the director didn't know us, but everybody else in the room did, because we've been doing shows there for a number of summers. So at the beginning, she was like, okay, who do we want to see first for the Princes? Well, you know what? Let's see the actual brothers. Let's see the two champions do it.
Cute.
And in the room immediately, everyone went, oh no. Really? Because they knew what was going to happen, but she didn't. So we go up there, we break all the rules, we actively harmonize and sing together on Agony, making everybody else pissed at us. And as a result, we did not book the brothers, but we did book the Baker and the Mysterious Man / Baker Zed. Spoilers.
This was in high school?
This was, I was in college, John was in high school.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
That I think I just don't understand. Like, I know obviously a bit about the auditioning process, but doing technical theater, especially props, was never in audition rooms. What is the problem, or why would people be mad about you guys harmonizing and stuff while you were singing?
Because they looked fucking great.
Okay.
Because we went first and we really nailed it, and then everybody else had to pair off and do the same thing afterwards with essentially strangers.
So you were the Sharpay and Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Woody and I have had moments like that in high school.
Oh, because you work so well together.
It's a huge feels good for us because it never, ever, ever gets to happen. And it kind of probably shouldn't happen to keep things fair and balanced. But it was so much fun to do.
No, it sounds awesome. That's why I just wanted to make sure I understood.
The bigger Rick is doing callbacks on auditions in front of everybody else who's auditioning and called back for the same stuff as you are.
Yeah, I don't like that. That sounds, I don't know.
Every now and then. I see the big little red sashes. They look alright.
I don't really like
You kind of can't see them from here, but they're there for now.
Ooh, wait. Show us that again. I want to see.
Yeah.
It's just the first red coat. He's got 4 sashes.
Ooh.
Oh, Tangerine, I don't think you were here. This is the Herald of Knowledge, baby.
Sharpay and Ryan are from High School Musical.
Oh fuck, there's so much hidden away back here. Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, man.
In that scenario.
I was like, wait, have you not seen it?
I feel like you're Ryan and John's Sharpay.
I would say that would be true now, not then.
Not then?
Oh. It's evolved.
Hi, friend. Oh yeah, big time. This is Ari.
Can I say hi? Yeah. What's up? What's going on?
The only universal swing at the 7th.
It's me.
Hi.
Did you hear his legs?
No.
Called barely. It was a stray hair. And that's what I think right now.
Great. A stray hair. Did it get picked?
It did not.
Damn.
Yeah, the bone ranger got it.
Oh, okay, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. What you guys doing? Making grants?
Making crafts. Making arts and crafts. They're making a tree back there.
Dang, they are. Some tree makers.
We're at the very
Hello,
beginning
hello.
of the tree.
Are you on tonight, or are you also swinging?
Nope, I'm hanging out. The show's happening.
I wasn't sure.
You guys, no, we were on this afternoon.
Nice.
So I am very professionally playing Stardew Valley. In
Wait.
the soft room.
Who in the soft room playing Stardew Valley? Who do you romance?
With Emily this time, my crystal girlie.
Okay. Respect.
We have one son, So fun.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
Serious.
I've never played Stardew Valley past the like when they're in the crib. Do they ever grow up out of the crib and like run around the house?
Yeah, he's like a little toddler that's just sort of sprinting around. His name's Spunk. And, yeah, so I'm naming everything after guitarists that I like, and he's named after the lead guitarist of the Decemberists.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, very cool.
There's, hello, who's yelling at me in chat?
Hello.
Oh, what's up, Tom? Nerd.
I'm also scared I will get addicted to Stardew Valley.
I've never played myself.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so cozy.
I think you recommended it to me while I was still in school.
In grad school or
Yeah, and
law
I was
school?
like, this is not the time for me to start this all-consuming.
That would be a perfect game to play while you're like just hanging backstage, though.
Yeah.
It is a very good game for like waiting and chilling. And we were talking about it the other day, and Will was like, "Yeah, I'm a sucker for a video game that's also a job."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I breed a lot of rabbits, and I have a lot of rabbits' feet. So right now I'm busy just curling rabbits' feet at villagers so they all love me.
Excellent.
That sounds like something you get burnt as a steak for doing a few hundred years
Yeah,
ago.
it's so weird. And the idea also that you raise rabbits, and sometimes they just leave their feet. There's
Yeah.
just like, you'll go in there, and there's just rabbits feet flying around in your rabbit hutch. You're like, sure,
Okay.
there you go.
Sounds valid.
It's not your job to ask questions. It's just your job to give them as gifts.
Yep. My first like month here at the tavern, all I was doing, all anybody knew that I was doing was just grinding Pokemon to get a shiny Mewtwo.
Ah.
I can't believe that. Yeah, you did.
So this is the one. That was great.
Delighted.
We just walk in and be like, well, how's it going? And you'd be like, okay, you too.
One number 101.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he's getting that. He's getting that.
Oh,
I get that. I mean, like 2 pieces of fabric I painted, but
Yeah, for sure.
oh, our lovely artist Anna is here.
Oh, hello, Anna. Hello, Eldritch Podblast. Good to see you all. Are we alluding to something with the tree, or is it just a tree? Do you want to explain the tree again for people who've joined?
I mean, I kind of like that it means something, but no, since I'm the one who had the idea to make a tree, I promise there's no secret meaning to the tree. If Will had said we need a tree in the studio, there might be a secret meaning to the tree.
I love that you all are so cooked at this point. Like anything we're doing is like, what's it mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the soft red man. My
Go do it.
speed.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was nice to talk to you.
Always.
Come play with us.
This may or may not mean something. Oh, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Good.
Ooh, that would be really fun.
Have fun with Emily. Oh, he's gone. Never mind.
Keep going, it won't go.
So for the tree, people who watch, if you listen in podcast form, you might not realize, but if you watch the videos, the corner behind Will is a little chaotic. And there's shelves, and there's a bunch of like figurines and different stuff, and some sound stuff. So we had the thought a while ago. I think I sent a photo of something to Hannah, and I was like, we should start like collecting paper and just make a cool paper gnarled tree.
Yeah.
And then have little like bumps out, a little thing, and we could still put figurines there, but just to have something a little more visually interesting behind Will.
And hopefully less cluttered looking.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
I mean, I am indeed crafting at the tavern. The show is happening behind me right now. I can hear them talking about that they're just starting the adventure. They've just gotten to, or they're just about to get to the opening scene where you meet the party for the first time.
Ooh.
Nice. Is that one guy still the guest performer right now?
We have 2. We have Jack the Whipper is our trickster at the moment, and Iffy Nwadaway from Dimension 20, or from Dropout rather, is our warden.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
Kind of rotating through the podcast, which is good.
that's very exciting.
Yeah, Iffy bench pressed me the other day.
No way.
Yes, way.
Are you in love?
Yes. Absolutely good for me.
How often does that happen on the show?
How often does that happen ever?
Yeah.
Me being benched or me falling in love with somebody who benched me?
Both.
Oh, both. Answer both.
We have romances in this tavern probably more than any other plot hook. And specifically poly romances. It's always a fucking polycule of the tavern.
I mean, isn't that like with one-shots, it's always like, when in doubt,
Yeah.
decide to fall in love with someone, and that'll be interesting.
When in doubt, make out.
When in doubt, make out. New merch?
No.
I was going to say, the Golden Sentinels could learn something from that.
When in doubt, make
Are you
out.
saying you want more of the Golden Sentinels to smooch?
Yes, because then it will make every piece of, like, emotional damage hit that much harder.
Oh.
Okay.
The
I
more
thought you
you're
meant
involved with each other, the worse everything will feel.
We love emotional damage. Well, and that's why I think it was Kyle that I was talking to about this years ago, because we were talking about Full Metal Alchemist and how spoilers for Full Metal Alchemist, but it's been out for a while. How like Ed and Winry don't like really get together until the very end, and you don't like. Do they kiss? Like it's been a hot second. They.
First of all, spoilers in case anybody hasn't seen.
I watched it last year.
Go watch it. It's great, but it's really long, so you'll probably forget that this happens.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not One Piece. It's like 60 episodes, but essentially they have that beautiful speech about like, you give me half of you, and I'll give you half of me, and Winry's like, fuck, shut up. I'll give you everything. You give me everything. And that's the end of it.
So good.
But then you just jump to them having kids.
Yeah, and.
Hard cut.
And so Kyle and I were talking about that we wish there was just like a little bit more, because in stories like that, when there is that deep connection, and it can exist in other ways, like it can exist in a platonic way as well, but like the romantic deep connection also is really important and matters and makes like the world ending shit feel like it matters more. And that's something that clearly Kyle values, that I value, is like those deep connections that are platonic and romantic, and I love it when people smooch.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It was a discourse I saw in our Discord.
What?
About Avatar The Last Airbender.
Oh, really?
And about, I don't know if the offender is in the chat right now, but somebody, I think it was Kaylin, was going on about how Aang and Katara were a problem, and it should have been Zuko and Katara.
Are you a
I just like no. I just like to chat. I like to chat about that.
Whoa,
Okay.
I thought you would have liked that opinion.
Well, yeah. What? Because I have
Why not?
opinions.
I am indoctrinated as I was watching it live as it came out when I was in middle school, right? Like I was in those trenches. And I loved Zuko, don't get me wrong, but I had already decided years before that Aang and Katara were endgame. So I remember hearing about all this shit, that it wasn't right, and that it should have been Zuko. Hey, you're gonna tell me it should have been Zuko after Zuko had that phenomenal moment with the woman in Ba Sing Se, who takes her to the fountain? Oh
no, that was great. I would prefer that to, no hate on May, but like, I'm a Zutara shipper. And maybe, like you said, I was watching it in real time too, but that says something about me and what I value in my romances.
That's the thing. I watched it as an adult.
Okay.
I didn't grow up watching animated shows. Kyle showed Avatar: The Last Airbender to me, I think in 2020.
Okay. A great time to get into it. What else were you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So all anime that I've seen has been as an adult, and it's been a wonderful journey the last 5 years. But I will say I watch things, and I think if I had seen this when I was younger, I would have felt a different way about it. Whereas, like, it's like, okay, who has watched Boruto?
Yeah.
I know that, like, young middle school, high school me would have been like, with the show, I'm not talking about like where the manga is right now, would have been like all about Kawaki. Adult Rachel, who has moved on from those types of issues, is like, oh, I want that stable, consistent love of Mitsuki. You know?
Mitsuki is an angel.
An angel. Kyle made me a hoodie.
It's the real endgame.
Kyle made me a sweatshirt with Mitsuki on it because there wasn't merch of it, but So same with Avatar, I feel like that's the ship I would have had, Will, when watching it as a kid. And then watching it as an adult, I was sick of Katara. I was like, give it to me, please!
Yes, it's the fire and water thing.
Yes.
I just saw Eldritch Podblast said, "Is this my sign to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?" Yes. Yes, please watch it. I know I jumped in on your stream where you all had just recently watched, like, you haven't watched all of the Star Wars movies either, and so it's just so exciting that you guys are, experiencing this for the first time. But Avatar: The Last Airbender is, like, supreme storytelling.
I really wish, there's so many animes that I've been shown now, thanks to Kyle and thanks to all y'all's recommendations, that I'm like, wow, if I'd seen this as a child, I would have been a better person.
Oh, really?
Because the lessons are so amazing, and you're taught it in such a, like,
subtle, kind of subconscious almost.
Say that, but I still was like, Sasuke did nothing wrong.
Well, that's because some of us have edgelord tendencies, and that just makes us spicier.
Yeah.
But we, deep down, are good people.
Not everyone's moral compass points at the same north.
I wanted Zuko and Toph to get together. That's what I was.
I wanted Sokka and Toph to get together so bad. I shipped them so hard, and when
They feed you Sokasuki on a platter.
I know, but I don't know. There was just something, I don't know. But Suki's badass. I'm not mad about Suki and Sokka, because Suki is fucking goated. And I will say, the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender that just came out, I'm enjoying it. You know, it's young actors, whatnot. I love the stuff they've done with Suki. I won't spoil anything, but they, like, expand on her a bit, so you get to, like, spend more time and, like, learn more about, like, her home life just for a hot second, and it's really nice.
Alright. First of all, I got two things to respond to right now. Firstly, change comics. Oh, you have watched 97. Anybody who hasn't, it's in my personal opinion that X-Men 97 is the single best comic book adaptation of anything that we have yet to get. So get on that.
I still haven't watched it.
It's like 8 episodes, and it's fucking peak.
I heard if you liked, like, the old X-Men and, like, what was it? The X-Men where they're teenagers, that you'd like X-Men 97.
Even I'd say if you haven't watched any X-Men before ever and enjoy seeing, like, meaningful, fresh takes on, like, queer representation in fictional, like, comic book superhero media, this is the show. Like, it cooks. It absolutely cooks. Secondly, Shirokuro, Eren didn't do the right thing. Eren won across the board. I'm not out here saying that, like, it wasn't unfortunate, but I can't spoil Attack on Titan on a live stream. I simply won't do it. But heard and received. Eren did a lot of wrong, but also at the same time did nothing wrong.
I've decided, Will, I'm gonna prop you up on the whiskey bottle so you're closer to the mic.
Great. Because I'm speaking into the void, it turns out.
I don't know if that'll help at all. I'm gonna point the mic down toward the phone. Chat, let me know if that makes Will's dulcet tones more clear.
I feel like I'll have to wait until we get the whole thing, actually. I'm not sure how I feel about the newspaper grayness. I'm looking at it on the show. We have to just do the whole thing and see.
Yeah. Chat, what do you think about the gray newspaper?
In between. It might look better once it's, like, all there. You know? Yeah. We just gotta commit to the process.
Gremlin says I like it.
Thanks.
Tanj asks if it's going to get painted. Good question. Maybe.
We don't know.
If we don't like the color, yes.
If we do like it and it looks cool and we're like, hey, we're in New York. Look at our New York Times newspaper. We definitely didn't steal.
Yeah. Eldritch Podblast says commit, and if you don't like it, you can just paint over it. That is so true.
I love having a backup
We'll just
plan.
go out to the back. We'll tell our super to ignore us while we spray paint.
Yeah, I will ask him first.
What the super doesn't know cannot hurt them.
He was supposed to fix my mailbox 3 months ago, and it's still broken, so he's got
They were
other
supposed to fix that
priorities.
hole in the wall, and it took them weeks to do it, so...
Oh.
Oof, that was
Oh,
a rough
yeah.
hole in the wall.
Some of you might have known, but there was like a leak in the apartment unit below us, and it was coming from a pipe in the wall of our studio. And so the day of the stream, months ago, they come up and they're like, we have to saw a hole in your wall. And I was like, cool, you gotta be out of here by 5. And they're like, no, we can't. And I was like, no, you're gonna do it by 5 and you're gonna get out.
You can do it by 5 and you're gonna like it.
And so for months after that, they had just put like plastic over this hole in the wall that if you looked down into the hole, you could see into the children's bedroom below us. And so sometimes, like the first time we played D&D with that, somebody screamed and the children thought someone was being murdered. And so the mom came up and was like, is everything okay? And I answered the door in this bright blue wig and elf ears and been like, hey.
I'm pretty sure it was the episode after the episode after the train fight where the train got massacred.
Oh yeah, probably.
There were a lot of strange noises being made.
Yeah.
There's a moment where a loud noise is made, and moments later Hannah gets up and leaves the table, and we can watch all of us separately kind of watch Hannah go, because we thought we were about to get, like, I'll speak for myself, I thought we were about to get yelled at.
By some angry Jewish mother.
Yeah.
I mean, also, to be fair, we don't always just scream at bad things.
True. No, we scream at the smooches.
The other day, I had to hear...
The penguin illithid sex.
The other day, I had to hear my own, like, loud laughter for whatever reason, because I was, like, looking for a timestamp for something, and I was like, oh my god, that's a lot louder than I thought.
So, we had the hole in the wall for months, which made recording audiobooks for me great, because I would have to wait for, like, the kids or the dog down below to stop barking, like, in between takes. And then the super came and, quote, fixed the wall. It's not fixed. There's like one thin layer of plaster that I'm sure if one of us accidentally kicked in, it would just go straight through.
Breathed on.
And it doesn't help that the floor of our studio is very slanted.
Well, it's that...
And it slants into the hole.
100-year-old New York buildings.
Yeah.
All of our floors are slanted.
Yep. The liberals are scaring my kids.
That's funny. I don't even have to, like, throw stuff for my cats. I can just, like, let go of, like, a tennis ball or something, and it just rolls all the way across the apartment. It's just slanted.
You know what I just remembered that was so weird about when they came and drilled the hole in the wall? Was that they also took our toilet.
Oh, yeah, that was really weird.
Like, they unscrewed the toilet and took it out of the apartment building and walked off with it for a while.
When did they bring it back?
At some point during the day.
Because I was like, we didn't... Yeah, there's about...
And when I told the super that, he just looked at me so confused.
He's like, why did they steal your toilet?
I don't know, dude.
Can those poor kids hear all the scary D&D sessions? Not anymore.
No. But luckily, the like, floor ceiling is pretty well... What is it? Soundproofed, I guess.
Yeah. We're definitely, it's not a kid-friendly campaign.
Oh, this is looking kind of lit. Wait a minute.
Show us.
Hang on. I'm
gonna roll it this way.
Ooh, yeah, sure. Make the longer pieces. It's like perforated.
For what?
This was used in like gift baskets.
Oh, yeah. I understand now.
I think there was like wine bottles and glass and things.
It just looked like something I would see on clothing.
I like the little light.
Hang on, here's what I'll do.
Little model moment.
I'll post a progress photo in the Discord so you can see a better look at what's going on. This is still like early coats. Nothing crazy has happened yet. My hands are shaking. That'll do.
So from your fat, what is it, energy drink, your Celsius?
I had that
Why?
at noon, so it should have worn off by now.
Why, sweet friend? Why?
I'll put it in, what thread should I put this in?
arts and crafts or stream spoilers?
Yeah.
One of those?
Arts and crafts.
I'm sorry for the paper sound. I'm just gonna roll these real fast. What is it, Karen? Don't care. Well, I don't think
My
it's...
arms are getting tired. I might need to
Take a break.
move. Well, I just might need to move to not working above my head. And I'll just like move to the middle section for a moment.
Does anyone else, like, when you're doing your hair, do you ever have to, like, take a break? Like, to let the blood go back to your arms? So I remember when I did marching bands, because you have to, like, when you drill and you train, you hold your arms up a lot.
Yeah.
And so when I did that, my arms never got tired when I did my hair, because I was just so used to keeping my arms up all the time. But now that I don't do that,
It's
like,
tiring.
oh my goodness. When I French braid my hair, it's horrible.
Is your hair long enough to stay in a French braid though?
Yeah, like a little French braid. Luckily,
Yeah.
like my hair's pretty thick too, so it's like I look like a little kid, like a little Pippi Longstocking.
Because it's short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, I'm not there yet. But
No.
pretty soon.
Rachel and I are both independent of each other. Decided to
Yeah.
grow our hair out, and I think we're both enjoying like the half up, half down hairstyles now.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I haven't had those since 2020 when I stress cut my hair during election day.
I can't remember when I cut off all my hair. That's when you cut your hair off?
Bye, crown.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, I'm gonna put Anna on blast right now.
Do it.
Every time we get sent a like quote unquote rough sketch or progress photo of what these this character is looking at, we immediately shoot it straight into our private Discord chat and all fucking lose our minds. None of you, and I mean none of you, are adequately prepared as you are.
No.
We
Not
go
one of you.
we go absolutely feral. I'm going to post like snippets of what we've been saying
Say?
to the main Discord and maybe on our socials too.
do it.
In the lead up to the art being released, because
Nice.
some of the shit people said, it's pretty funny
I don't know what you're talking about. We've all been very normal.
and very respectful toward our own characters.
Very respectful. I had to calm down the first time I saw Katari. Like,
Oh
I had to
my
take a lap off my
Yeah.
apartment.
I don't know why, and maybe I like missed because of studying like the first episode where she was introduced. I don't know why I like didn't know what her outfit was this whole time.
What did you think it was? She's in like sweats.
No, that's
That's it.
but has she had the same like the like crisscross top piece
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah.
The first time I ever introduced her, I said she has an X-shaped, like, dark red leather banda.
Right.
Or like fantasy banda. It's Dragon Age Kunari fashion. It's
Yeah.
just lifted straight from the thing.
She looks like early concept art of what I think eventually became Tosh in my brain. Remember when they first released that one Kunari art with like the long flowing white hair and everybody was so horny
Monster
for it?
Minds.
Including me.
It's like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I knew she was like in a cool armor or something, and then when you sent, and I've seen people do art of her, and then I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then when I saw the rough sketch of the official character art, I was like, oh my god, that's her outfit.
That's
She's
how
so hot.
she is.
Yeah.
You gotta have the brands, because again, didn't I describe it this recent episode? Like, most of the Iskari who posted up in the desert are all, but everybody's shirtless.
Yeah.
They just don't play those games.
Which makes sense. Like you got to see the brands, but I just like I didn't have a good visual.
I didn't process that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my brain.
I love that we're learning more about the Iskari through the fighting. That's so fun.
The training, yeah. I have a fun idea for the next one.
For the
I
next
can't
stabbing.
wait. Knits
gonna be
out.
like
It's the Iskari way. Yep. Sun's
Yeah,
out.
it's the Iskari way.
Sun's
I'm
out,
still waiting on
guns
that
out.
Hareen pin up. Anyway.
Yeah. I did see Change Comics said that they're excited to see the official fan art because they do fan art so that they can like know what the basis is.
Everybody looks so fucking fine.
Yeah.
Even Bubbles.
We
Bubbles.
made Rachel and I were joking that'd be so funny as like a joke art piece where it's the tarot card and Bubbles is like the size that he would be versus everybody else on their tarot cards, and he's just like peeking out of the bottom of the tarot
Just see like his
card.
goggles.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
cute.
Because if you look at it as we're all in like actual scale, I think it'd be funny to have a cute little one. But obviously, we want to see the full thing.
Yes.
And it's so good.
We gotta see the full body yaddy yaddy like Iridia wants to see.
Stop.
She's already got it.
She wants
She's
to
already seen it.
mind.
She got the cow and the milk. I hated that I said that.
Oh,
Yeah,
should I
what
ask
the
Will
hell?
my lore question from earlier? He probably won't answer.
Oh, what do you ask
About
it
Iridia?
anyway? I did see, I will say, for you two, I don't know if you get these emails or see them.
What?
A lot of folks have been posting questions in Bards After Dark, the form for that, so I think we should do Bards
Ooh.
After Dark here soon.
Yeah, I'm into it. I mean, we could ask a couple tasteful ones now.
So
I'm just sitting there.
my question, and it's okay if this is something we wouldn't know or can't know. With that mind link, is it like one of those things where whenever they do like the 10 minutes check-in, they like, is it just a space to talk, or is it like you're connected and you know everything that happens to the other person?
I know why you're asking this.
I know.
I'm not going to tell you.
We were talking about it before the show, and I was like, I wonder if like Thegus like literally can't keep anything from her.
You don't know that. Thegus doesn't know that.
Right.
And nobody has tested it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm worried about Iridia.
Yeah. Same. Same.
I got nothing more to say on that.
Yeah, I know. I
Damn
know you
it.
don't.
I knew we wouldn't know, but I wanted to ask.
I appreciate the ask. I watched you have the thought in real time during the stream this week, and I thought, yeah, got it.
Because I was like, oh no, it might not be his fault. Like, if he's like, yeah, I promised to do that, and then can't maintain that promise, I was like, oh, it might not be his fault.
Yeah, that's true.
If the thing with Iridia hadn't happened, and the information about you guys hadn't been passed along, Bathriel would not be here.
Oh, that's true.
Fully would not be here. That is the reason he knew where to find you.
Your future ex-boyfriend would not be with us.
My my past ex-boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend from another life.
From another, so yeah.
In another universe.
When I had a character in a home game that romanced Bathriel, actually, it was Woody. I don't know how that happened actually with you, Will, where like Woody was playing Bathriel as an NPC.
Woody had told me beforehand when you first started that campaign. Once he either got either one, he was in Portland, or when he had just come to New York, he was like, "You'll never guess who my main NPC is, Will." I have the text on file somewhere. He was like, "You'll never guess who I'm putting in." I'm like, "You didn't, you know." He was like, "Yep, Bathriel's here to stay."
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And then I came in and I played Bathriel's like adopted sister.
Yes.
Alethea is Bathriel's adopted sister, which is hilarious.
And this was long before I knew I was going to be able to join that home game.
Right.
So it was fun to kind of come into that later.
Would you have played Bathriel as your NPC?
No. Bathriel, I haven't played Bathriel as a player since 2015.
Okay.
Because he was a 3.5 character. He wasn't even in 5e.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of like, that's let me grow, let me expand, let me test that warlock.
Yeah.
And now he is back in full force. But that is why I chose Kallias to be a sorcerer, because I hadn't played sorcerer since Bathriel originally. And I wanted to like come back to my roots in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh man, this guy's collar is
I also
intense.
I also think it's funny because it was Woody playing an interpretation of like your Bathriel, so I'm excited to see this one.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a very different character, but my home game character had started like flirting with Bathriel as a joke, and then Woody took it seriously. And it was my very first D&D game. Yep, and it was my very first D&D game ever. And I will wait until a time where we have a Bards After Dark to because I want Woody to be here to talk about how that ended.
Lol.
Because that was...
Hello fucking hell.
It was hilarious.
It was so funny.
It was we've alluded to it before because we were talking. There was one Bards After Dark where we talked about romance in D&D and how like romance is always fun, and then breakups in D&D are also really fun. And we mentioned what happened with your character and Bathriel and how it was just
so
a delight.
Funny. It was so funny. I'm like, wow, it didn't happen to me. It happened to Winona, and I have secondhand embarrassment.
Apollo says, we started kissing as a joke, but bro, I don't know if it's a joke anymore.
There's a great
Funny.
dream text about that, which I will not repeat on this stream.
Bathriel is everyone's future ex-boyfriend, Tangerine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't make the rules.
We talked about it in our private Discord a little bit today. Will, can you shed some light on the, like, who's related to who for me? Because I didn't know.
Okay. Nobody is related to anybody.
Everyone can smooch.
In terms of the elves that we know.
The Virons and the Elgaris. The Virons and the Elgaris are very closely linked. The Virons have been like the what's the word? The left hand to the Elgaris for the past number of generations since the Elgaris was instituted. But they are not related at all. I think maybe Woody had referred to Aelis's cousin once before, but that's in just like we have grown up together in the Seven-Arm Court cousin kind of way. We are both Elden and true elves kind of way. Other than that, I don't think there's even any contention.
Well, because of the at the end of the last episode, I thought what was said translated to sister.
It translates to kin, or like sister, or not necessarily blood relative way, but like a blood bond kind of way.
Cool.
What the hell is happening on my computer?
A dragon.
So we can ship it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Because that's why I to John was like, it's so cool that your brother's here, and he was like, no, he's not my actual brother.
Funny.
And I was like, I'm sorry that I, Rachel, just don't understand the campaign.
You've got all that law in your head. You can't be expected to understand a fantasy language.
Whenever I forget anything from the last year, I'm like, Kyle, I learned all of the law.
I see a Dragon Called Cat says, it's so interesting how the first class you play when you're first learning D&D informs how you play the game years later. For example, my sibling and I learned how to play in the same campaign when we were kids. They played a monk and I played a druid, and now I always gravitate towards spellcasters, and my sibling really likes martials. That's so interesting.
Yep, I could not agree more. That's what I meant when I said in Discord that, like, without Bathriel, I wouldn't have context for D&D in general, because everything that came after that first campaign in 2014 was filtered through that lens. I have such a sorcerer superiority complex because of that.
We didn't know.
Couldn't tell.
I'm just saying, there's only one spellcaster class that allows you to modify your casting times every single turn.
It is dipping into sorcerer if you're like a caster for like anything else is so valuable. Because of that very reason. Same with warlock for other reasons is also valuable. Like dip into.
Never forget that the sorcerer, warlock, paladin is how I first completed Baldur's Gate.
Ooh.
Because you become completely unstoppable. You're telling me I can twin spell lightning bolt as a bonus action and then smite you into pieces in the same turn? Alright.
Yeah.
And I can do like all the fun face charisma stuff. Okay.
The fun face
charisma
stuff. Wait, so your first character was a ranger.
A ranger, and I had a panther familiar.
Which is so interesting.
Winona.
If you think about it, every other character you've played has not been able to like run into the action, and Winona could like do some damage.
A bit. She ended up being able to. But then the problem is, and Kyle and I talk about this after every game up until now, obviously. He's like, you make characters that can't be in the middle of stuff, but you always, like, they, like, mechanically wise shouldn't. But you play
rush
them
in.
narratively as they're like, oh, let's go. And
Yeah.
then they get in the middle of stuff that they shouldn't be in. And now...
And then they die.
And then they die.
They die.
And now I'm actually, like, playing a Paladin is so exciting. That's why I stayed up way past my bedtime this week, because I was like, I'm not missing my first fight as a Paladin.
You're gonna make me like Paladins, because speaking of like first campaigns you ever
Yeah,
played,
what'd
I have
you
a
do?
complex against Paladins because of that very reason.
I
I played,
didn't know that.
which actually says a lot about me, what you
Mm.
said, Will. I played a wizard fighter for my first ever D&D character.
Oh.
And I like to bounce between the two. I like to do, like, I played Lilith for almost 4 years, and she was
Right.
Marshall, and now I want to play Caster.
Yeah.
But in one of my very first campaigns with Tony Carter, Will,
Oh my god, wow. I always forget that.
we played an evil campaign, and all of the paladins, like, we were quote evil, but it was really like the government was evil, and we were the gangsters who then had to kind of become the good guys.
Become the government?
It was like we were like the Dark Knight, you know, like
Okay.
Yeah.
and all the paladins were like the bad guys, and that was my first ever introduction to paladins. And since I'm like coming off of it now, especially like because 5e really changed it from 3.5, but
Yeah.
for a really long time I was so anti-paladin, and Woody would always be like, Hannah, I really think you'd like playing paladin, and I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think you really might, actually. It would depend on the subclass, but I think Paladin gets a lot more mileage, before D&D 2024. Nobody should ever play the new Paladin, and that's, as a Hasbro employee, I feel like I can say that.
Whoa. Drag them.
5e Paladins, you can do a ton, and it isn't all just combat focused either.
Mm-hmm. I've never done so much damage.
Ayo. Tangerine says, APAB, all paladins are bastards. Yeah.
Lazarus Vex would like a word.
Oh, I forgot Laz. Laz was a paladin. Are we gonna see Laz in this world?
You won't see Laz. You have already seen a Vex family member.
Ooh, exciting.
You literally just didn't talk to her.
Her?
Ooh.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't wait.
Was she on the train?
Nope.
Okay.
She was in the tent with Commander Bertrand once.
Oh, it was that other gal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, missed opportunity.
So I have theories on who that could be, but that's from home games, so I don't want to like
Yeah.
monopolize this for talking about home game stuff.
And we don't know how different it'll be.
Yeah. And they were tent mates.
And they were tent mates.
I love and hate these little sneak peeks. Y'all, if you do want to ask some lore questions, if we can
Yeah.
answer them, like think of little mini Bards After Dark.
Yeah, a lot of them, like mine earlier, won't be answered, but it's still nice to ask the question.
How can I help? I know I'm not allowed to glue.
Oh, there's still more newspaper, my friend.
Oh, I didn't know if we were doing that or not.
Oh, yes, I will need more newspaper.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
I've
I'm
played
just like
Barbarian.
moving around in like height wise for my hands.
Button thread, hello. We are crafting. We're making a tree to hang up all the minis that are usually behind Will in hopefully a more aesthetically pleasing style.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take a scissors to like cut that.
Lewis asking Will if you can tell people more about the keepers from Evolution.
The Keepers. I remember who those are, for sure.
Or that might be a Kyle question, really.
Oh, is this
Kyle's
the,
working. Come back.
the cult?
The Force Owl God cult.
The Ignis cult?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what do you... They have been... How the fuck do I want to put this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Take your time.
were given new orders.
Oh. Oh. That's so cryptic.
No.
You can theory craft as much as you'd like, but that's all I'm gonna go for.
I mean, the orders can mean so many things.
man.
There we go. That's
I
better.
saw Danessa. I'm not allowed to glue because I sliced into 3 of my fingers at the bar today, and Rachel doesn't want me to glue myself to the paper.
Yeah, we're trying to be very safe here. And thank you, Tangerine. I'm glad it looks very like drawn with all the lines. It's one of those things we started, and I was like, this might have been a bad idea, but we're trusting the process.
Hi Alpha. Rachel is making a tree that we're going to put minis on behind Will so we can get rid of the shelf and hopefully make, things look a bit tidier.
That shelf is also for my apartment.
Yeah.
We just like really reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yep. If we could have adjoining doors to our apartments, we would.
I know, because it's
That's
so
so funny.
annoying that I have to like put on shoes to get to here.
I mean, you don't have to put on shoes to come downstairs.
I don't. I want to.
That's the crucial distinction.
Yeah, I want to. I also think our neighbors wouldn't love it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Tangerine in the chat said he doesn't have to hold the minis with his. Oh, so he doesn't have to hold the minis with his lower grippers, aka your toes.
I hate lower grippers. That's like really
I
tough.
love it.
Also, Alpha, you missed it. The big tree doesn't mean anything. I just thought it would look cool, so I just want to clarify.
But I will say in all of our campaigns, we do have a lot of tree imagery, so
trees.
it's kind of on brand for Boney.
We're big nature fans.
We
for
could have
all
done a
being-
big penis.
Nope.
A massive bear cock right behind me on every stream.
I'm surprised the dragon whiskey isn't empty. They left the whiskey with the one person who could get sick when drinking it, so it's
Yeah.
safe for now. But
Wait
the
until next
amounts I
week.
had didn't affect me, so it might be one of the few whiskeys that's fine. I still gotta try the drink 2 ounces and see if it kills me.
Let's
We
do
should do
in a
that
safe,
before the
controlled-
stream, perhaps.
Let's do it in
It's
a
delicious.
safe, controlled environment.
Yeah, no, but it was so good.
Also, the video of y'all all like doing the unboxing and the tasting and everyone cheersing. I think Winter sent us a screenshot, and I know we can pull it. It's just so cute.
Yeah,
All of y'all cheersing.
It was so
I don't know.
cute.
It was just adorable.
it was fun to do it with almost everyone.
Yeah.
This guy
Good night, Anna. Sweet dreams.
Bye. Bye.
I just tuned out trying to fill out an artist application. All I hear is large penis.
Welcome back.
Are you surprised, Apollo?
Describing the Bog brand, I don't know what is.
What would be so fun is we could decorate it like a Yule tree during the holidays.
That'd actually be very funny.
Oh,
Helps.
There we go. That'll be good.
we gotta figure out a time this coming week, Will, if you have it, to come up here and we can punch out all the terrain
Make some
for our
stuff.
giveaway.
Because there's so much, and I'm not sure what you need, and I have a feeling you won't tell us where we're fighting.
I mean, all I need is modular terrain enough that it can be a bunch of different things.
That's so specific. Thank you very much.
I
So
know, that's what you asked
helpful.
for, right?
So helpful, no notes.
No notes whatsoever.
Yeah.
Thanks. You wouldn't want me to tell you more than that anyway, not really.
I wouldn't.
No.
I will say I am sadly, and I'm going to show Kyle everything on my Notion documents. I am going to sadly have to stick to my bedtime, I think, moving forward, because my Thursday was rough.
A tough day.
Yeah, but I couldn't miss my first Paladin fight.
No,
Understandable.
your Paladin debut.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
There are some days where if we know we're heading into a lighthouse. Oh, okay, that's good to know. There are some days.
Oh, buffering.
Just gonna see because I have to vacate this room before the act ends, or I'll be in big trouble, and I don't want to do that. But I'm fine.
Get in trouble.
There are some days where I think it will behoove me to if we know we're gonna head into a lighthouse or something, to be like, hey Rachel, any chance you could stay late on this particular day?
Right.
Because I don't want to have you miss things.
Thank you for being so considerate.
And I think I'm phasing out the distortion teleport.
I don't think, obviously, we've only talked about it a little bit, and to the extent of that, the relationship, in spoilers for anyone now that I'm back and things are different, is it's not going to be the same as it was before. So I would think a distortion vamp doesn't make sense. New body
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
But the other BAMFs still make sense.
Yeah. Well, and then if it's a late night on a lighthouse day, you just call into work. You say, I shit down both legs. I can't come in, but I'll work from home.
Yep.
Is that what you say when you want to call out of work?
I'm a firm believer you can only use that once a year.
Yeah.
Unless you have IBS or food allergies, which I do have food allergies.
They could happen more than
the
one.
way Woody always used to phrase that is that you can absolutely do that once a year, but you have to commit to doing it.
Because then you have to
That's the
actually
caveat.
do it. Yeah.
Because what
You
if they
have
ask
to
for photographic
actually
evidence?
Yeah.
You can't be left caught no shit-handed. You have to be ready to dump the drawers.
But I just appreciate being able to play and that y'all have made sure I can play even though I'm a silly office lady now.
Just a silly office lady.
I'm just a silly office
That's
lady.
what that is. How bad it's going to be if I use the big brush. Let's find out.
And having a creative outlet like playing D&D and doing Bards and Crafts, like it's the only creative thing that I get to do in my current phase of life, and it just means so much to me.
I'm glad, honestly.
Yeah.
It would be a fucking nightmare if it was all office lady all the time, I imagine.
Yeah. And I still craft at home, obviously. Like, I share photos sometimes on the Discord of, like, little embroidery or paint projects. I suddenly am like, Kyle, what if the bookcase was pink? And thankfully he likes all my ideas.
Yeah.
Kyle loves pink. But it's like having a creative outlet is so important. I know lots of our community members also are silly office people.
Yeah, silly office people.
Silly office people. Do y'all have a favorite funny quote from Dark Age or Ballad of the Nightmare Crew?
Bonk. I did never even realize that it was bonk.
Bonk.
But that's fun.
Literally, I didn't know that AU meant alternate universe until yesterday.
Somebody had not been on Tumblr enough.
I didn't read, no, and I read all the fan fiction that's been posted in the Discord this morning, and it was so lovely with my morning coffee. Thank you all so much.
Oh, I saw that there was a new one by, I think Nan wrote it. I can't wait to read it. I think it was.
There's a couple.
There's been a couple?
I'm not a real fanfic girly lady. Tangerine, I'm new to it, okay? I'm also really bad with acronyms.
So speaking of Katara and Zuko, that was a lot of the fanfic I originally consumed as a young person.
I mean, we want to talk fanfic in high school years. The Les Mis fanfic community fed me well.
Such a nerd.
Fed me well. You have not lived till you've read a story about Angel Ross's penis being sentient.
Nope.
And Angel Ross and his penis having two separate love interests in the story.
I guess I'm okay not being alive.
I guess I haven't lived.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they're on an archive of our own. They all exist there.
Because I revealed that I don't know any acronyms, I took us away from the favorite funny quote.
Oh, favorite funny quote of Dark Age and Ballad of the Nightmare Crew. That's hard.
Bonk. So funny.
Although I knew you. I knew it.
There's so many good ones. What are some of y'all's favorite, chat? I want to know. That's the thing is, it's like I don't want to choose a favorite because I can't choose a favorite child.
Literally, almost any TikTok that you've clipped that's a funny thing, I watch like 20 times and laugh my ass off because in the moment I think I don't always appreciate how funny a joke is because you're like trying to stay in.
The Michael Jackson sequence was really...
The Michael Jackson one was so... I mean, like, if we're talking favorite TikTok moments, to this day, the pentagonal one.
Yeah.
Because, like, it never does super well on TikTok or Instagram, but once you know us, once you're friends with us, and then you go watch that video, you're like, this is a perfect representation of who everybody is in that moment. And just, like, the group dynamic.
Yeah.
It was like genuinely a bonding moment for me and Kyle when we both separately, not even looking at each other, went pentagonal. Just like locked in the most fucking asshole we could be.
Yeah. I mean the whole, I guess it's not a quote, it's the whole recent sequence between Katari, Alis, and JD of the, like, he doesn't get it.
The get a room sequence?
Yeah, and the whole
So
he doesn't get it,
cute.
and every single person's line in that moment is hilarious in its own right.
Let me see what's
Big fan.
Oil of My Own Making. That's a
Ooh.
great one too.
Classic,
That wasn't
classic.
even. That was just an RP warm up, I believe, from John.
It was.
John's just crazy, it turns out.
John just says the most unhinged shit. Like, you
Yeah.
kill it, you fill it.
Will, do you take responsibility for helping raise him?
No, because I talked about this in college. Like, he became brain rotted before anybody else knew what that was. Like, I would start in college quoting things that he had sent me or spoken to me over headset. And I remember saying to him then, I was something along the lines, because chronically online wasn't a phrase yet. It was like, you were the person with the most of the internet downloaded into their brain that I have ever met. And I respect him for that. And he's never once shied away from it either.
No, he's embraced it.
He teaches, I constantly have to lean over it and I'm like, John, what does this mean? And he always knows.
Yeah.
He always knows.
Because I'm like the most non-online. Discord right now and Instagram are like my only social media.
I told John this one time that I had a dream that he was hitting the gritty to the intro song of Great British Bake Off. And so,
as if he hasn't done that.
Yeah, and so now in my head, I've been watching one of the seasons of Bake Off recently, and every time that music comes on, an image of John doing that just like plays in my brain as the music's happening.
The Are You Okay bit from the last episode.
The Are You Okay bit from the last episode. Julex,
no one's okay.
Are You Okay? What is that from?
That was me and John.
You and Alis?
Me and Alis. That was Valor and Alis of the. Because
Why are you
I
holding
think
my
it.
hands?
John was just like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, are you okay?"
That's true. That's very real.
New fan art just dropped.
I just saw it's a lighting update on Verity's Katari art.
Verity, that's
That
beautiful.
lighting.
I don't know if you're in chat, but it's
Oh.
gorge.
It's so cool to see digital art since that's one of the mediums that I'm like, how do you use a computer? Which Hannah's helped me with so many times. Kyle's helped me with things.
Mostly helped you.
And I know that I can learn all these things, but it's just like I'm such a like paper, carpentry, painting person to like for someone to be able to pick the right brush strokes and the right colors and all these like do this beautiful line art on a device blows my mind.
I prefer digital art because when I took art classes in high school and learned how to draw, maybe this is my touch of the tism here. The sensory aspect of the pencil or the pen over paper really bothered me. I couldn't handle it. And the second I got a tablet, I was like, oh my god, everything is so much easier. I don't have to like think through that. It like changed the game for me. Not that I have time anymore to draw, but when I did, it was nice.
No,
I don't think it was nice.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I see the secret art exchange that's happening. I'm like living vicariously through all you artists because I don't have any time to do it. Otherwise, I would have so done it.
it's gonna be so good.
But
honestly, y'all.
I gotta make TikToks, you know.
You
I
know,
gotta
and-
keep feeding ya.
And you are so good at it because you just see like the captions that go into it, picking the right moments, picking the right reactions is art.
Tange says back to the favorite quotes thing.
Yeah.
I think my favorite DA quote is Cam's "Mama, yes."
Oh, that's so good.
That's fucking
I
funny.
think that's become a vocal stim for a lot of people.
It was such a good moment.
Let's see, intimate and volatile, great,
Yeah, that's a good
pentagonal, witch breed. Which
Oh,
breed?
God. I should have known when I named them that.
It was
Which breed
funny.
is something I've happily lifted from Marvel, actually.
Really?
It's in one of the Marvel AUs, alternate universe, there we go, called 1602, where it's like, what if all of the Marvel events happened in 1600s Europe? And witch breed is their term for mutants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're getting like persecuted and burned at the stake like witches, and Magneto has past, what is it? He's like Cardinal Eric or something. has an insane moment
You know,
in that comic.
if somebody called me a witch breed, I think I'd take it as a compliment. Because it
I think
sounds
so.
threatening.
Yeah.
And I like to be come off a little threatening.
We still need to make that hat beautiful yet threatening.
Oh my god, yes. I was thinking about the other day, and all I could think of was the wrong word that I made an entire design for.
You were saying beautiful but terrifying?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Which is also great, but it's I think live on stream you had said beautiful yet.
Oops.
We'll call Kyle,
Yep.
tell him to leave work, make the hat for me.
Make the merch. I saw on our new merch store we can have AirPod case covers.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I need one.
Yeah, so do I. So I was trying to think of how do we make a bony AirPod case covers? So Chad, if you have ideas.
Oh. Because would it be would it be
I think
the
we'd start with the base Bernie logo, yeah. But you could do there's some fun. There'd be I bet you could do a fun gold design.
a gold design?
Yeah. Oh, gold. My baby
Oh
gold.
boy.
That gold needs to be protected at all costs.
I'll chime in and be self-congratulatory here. I am the team with something that slipped out of my mouth and started a dynasty.
Yep. But he's now the leader of the team. He is
Yeah.
the team. He's the party. He's the moment.
Hopefully gold's not evil.
Oh my god.
No. I'll give you that for free.
Thanks, well. I don't trust anything that I got
Most-
for free.
The most important confirmation of all of Dark Age right
Yeah.
there. Gold is safe.
I don't actually need any other information.
I did not say gold
I mean,
is safe.
safe as in not going to break our hearts.
We can trust him.
Yeah, we can trust him.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. You can trust gold.
Trust
Gold
in
is the one I
Sentinel.
will bury in my
Sentinel, trust gold.
Trust gold. Yeah, we all have to get our sweaters in. I picked what color Trust and Sentinel sweater I want. I just have to order it.
Okay, folks, I think I'm gonna have to start winding down because I can hear them getting to the game room or the beer pong or John Block stay up, whatever it's gonna be tonight. And I should at least start cleaning up so I'm not rushing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fantasy beer pong tonight. Look at that.
Show us where you ended up getting to with
Yeah, show
your-
us the goods.
I'll show you on camera, but I'm gonna have to take a picture. I've managed to do his mantle and his head, and he's done the first silver coat on his arms, but everything is gonna get dirt and rust washed. This is just the beginning. Let me take a photo of him.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
We're just gonna be best friends with them, right? We're not gonna fight them.
No.
Sure.
I made a better fighting class for no reason.
Do you remember that old blind dragon from Ballad of the Nightmare Crew where we thought we were gonna have to fight them, but it was just we had to give them riddles?
Which is one of the things we're so famously good at.
So famously.
But I think John cooked on that one, right?
Yes.
And Kyle's good at riddles too. It's something we always talk about where I'm just that's those sea level superpowers. Where if we're trying to figure something out and he always gets it 10 seconds before I do.
Yeah.
And I'm super jealous of it, Kyle, if you're watching.
Everyday Andre asks, is that the Herald of Knowledge? Yes, it is.
You know it. Which is why I didn't feel bad about showing it on stream, because you'd already met them, kinda.
Kinda.
You're right. Alright, folks, I am gonna pack my things away, and I will see you guys on the next one. Recording. That was horrifying. But we got there.
Love you, friends.
Alright. Love you, Will.
I mean, I'll fuck around here while I'm packed. Oh,
Okay.
everything's full.
Also, yeah, he has to stay on because he didn't say he loved us back.
Yeah. You can't leave until you tell us that you love us.
Oh yeah, I love you guys. Hang on. I'm now racing against the clock because I can hear them counting down the game.
Oh god, oh god,
Yeah.
oh god.
Play that clip next time he kills one of us.
What was that?
I kill you because I love you.
Yeah.
I kill you because it's narratively entertaining.
Yeah.
And you like the pain.
And I just want the clip of Will going, no, I love you guys.
Oh, I love you guys.
Don't worry about it.
You love Rachel and Hannah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is this gonna close? Well, this is enough. Bye, folks. This has been a treat. I'd like to do this more.
We're
All
glad
right.
you could join us.
Say the word.
Bye.
Bye.
First, I'm going to turn the call off.
Bye. Oh, okay.
Now
you
you're
can-
stuck with us.
Now people can see my face again.
Yes, people can see your face. I'm gonna readjust this so you
That
can
was
hear.
kind of funny. I was like, I'm just about auditing.
I'm so sorry.
You okay?
Yeah. No, the mic just decided to jump out at me. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna put this away because we don't need it.
I also don't know if you realized I've been just constantly looking at that monitor to see what things look like as I'm doing it.
Can you see now?
Thank you. Yeah, because I was trying to decide if I wanted one piece over this part or if I wanted it to be two. I want it to be one piece. Thank you, Hannah.
It looks good. I think it looks really good.
I'm enjoying it now that I see more of it. And we'll add more, like we can add in layers and stuff after we get down the first layer. A lot of projects, and I've learned this from, since my previous work was being a crafter, a lot of things, like, you just cannot judge until you're done. And if you, like, freak out about it or are very critical of yourself in advance, like, you might never actually finish said craft.
True.
So you just have to commit and be kind to yourself during it, as you would a friend. Like, we're so nice to our friends when they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're just so critical of your own self. I feel like, especially with art, you have to just, like, give yourself time.
There was
That's
one
my
thing.
TED Talk.
I want it on, like, a wall somewhere in my life that I can look at all the time, but somebody talked about, like, the process of art making, and you, like, start and you're like, this is gonna be the best thing, and then you're like, oh my god, this is shit, and then you're like, oh my god, what am I doing? Am I shit?
Yeah.
And then it goes all the way, and then you're like, oh wait, this is starting to look good, and then it's like, oh, this is really good, and then it starts over. It's like a circle. And I want that somewhere. I can't remember what it is. Chat, let me know if you remember.
I had a boss once who would make me, like, physically walk away from what I was doing and look at it, especially because I did props for live theater, so he would, like, make me walk away from what I was doing and look at it from 20 feet away. Obviously, it's not the type of art you're seeing up close. A lot of artists I know like that, people are very close to your work, but for me, it was like I'd be really up close to something and really focused on all the little issues I saw, and then he's like, go stand where the first person in the front row will be. And I'd step away and I'd be like, wow, I could have finished 2 hours ago. But I was just caught up in all the things I was noticing that I thought weren't good enough.
I feel like that's true for so many things.
Yeah. You gotta be kind to yourself.
Good night, Alpha. Sweet dreams.
Good night, friend.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of other quotes. There weren't any other questions. I know Tangerine had ship questions, but I don't know if we're, like, an authority on that.
I mean, Tangerine, you're the authority on the ships, but if you have questions, go for it. Because I think we can also answer them as, like, fans of the characters and their relationships. We've had a lot of conversations behind the scenes about, like, not forcing anything. Just, like, letting organically things happen. I think we had a session 0 that wasn't on camera because we were all just sitting around my dining room table, and I think you were still studying for the bar, where we talked about it even. About, like, we want romance, but we don't want that to, like, be forced.
Just know that it's, like, allowed to happen.
Yes.
But a lot of the conversations, I think, are, like, friendship based, but it's because you have, like, you're always thinking ahead as, like, an audience, as a fan, as, like, when we're thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see how that would be taken that way, or in the future you're like, oh wow, that's when that started.
Yeah, the best love stories are always on a foundation of friendship.
Yeah.
Even if maybe it was hate first and then it became friendship.
Remember how many people were so shocked by Lilith and Ember, but then other people were like, no, I saw those little moments.
Yeah. Oh, Woody thought Lilith and Ember were, like, sibling coded.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, because I think also he probably perceives it, or the way sometimes I feel when I'm hanging out with you and Kyle, I perceive you and Kyle as sibling coded.
That's fair. Because we are very similar in a lot of ways.
And I think it was a while ago when Kyle's hair was long, and you were both sitting there with your long brown hair and your similar glasses, and you were very much on the same wavelength of whatever we were talking about. So I was like, oh. They're siblings.
There's a reason you're married to one of us and you're best friends with the other one.
Yeah. And now you guys have very similar glasses. I love it.
There's more fit into one person.
Yeah.
Tanj says, I also love that no main ships are nailed down this early on.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. Yeah, you know.
So early.
I've stop me if I've said this before on stream, and I'm being that annoying 80-year-old woman who like tells the same stories over and over again. But I was in grad school and we were doing intimacy coordinator classes and learning about that when it was becoming a thing.
It was newer.
It was brand new. I'd never heard of it before. And they talked about how one of the best aspects in any kind of media you consume is like the tension. They likened it to a rubber band. Like that tension of before the rubber band snaps is the juiciest part. And
waiting.
Often, the waiting, the like anticipation.
Yeah,
often when two characters get together, it can be kind of a letdown because it's not handled well. At least like that was what the intimacy coordinators were there for, and they were like, we're here to make sure that tension continues past the initial contact and the storytelling continues.
Yeah.
And I really think about that in terms of like the media I consume, and the tension before, the build up, the will they, won't they, the when are they going to is so juicy and so nice. And afterward, I think it can be really compelling. You've just gotta, I think the after the fact is even harder.
Yeah.
To keep compelling in a story.
It's why, in my opinion, in like every big sitcom in the 90s, at the end of season 2, the couple you're cheering for gets together, and then in season 4, they have to break up.
Yep.
Because the writers were like, we ran out of interesting things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to, like, not saying that you can't get together early on, because I think good storytellers can handle that too.
Yeah.
But I don't want to blow my load too fast, essentially. That was a big, long conversation to be like, I don't want to blow my load too fast.
Because here's the thing, you know what, Will? You can quote me on this. I feel like if any of us get in a relationship, our characters get in a relationship early, someone's dying. Fall in love with an NPC at your peril.
At your peril.
Yeah. Prepare for your heart to be broken.
Watch out, Bubbles.
Yeah, watch out.
Well, and I think Will was itching at the Ember or Lilith to die after that happened, because it was just going to be spicier. I remember in all the TikTok comments, Will would be like, I bet $10 that one of these people's going to sacrifice themselves for the other by the end of the campaign.
That's true, because then, the sacrifice, that would be so hard to watch. But it would make sense, especially if your characters have been in a relationship for that long and there were such high stakes. Of like, I could see Ember or Lilith put in that situation doing that for the other. Mm-hmm. And then I'd be so sad to have lost one of the characters. But I'm like, yeah, I understand why you would do that. Yeah. You're in love with someone. You'd do anything for them. Yeah.
Tanj says, I also hate when a couple gets together and then they're just boring, as if once you get together, there's no more romance or tension. Yeah, I agree.
So unrealistic.
Yeah. Like, it should be, Well, and I also think, like, media often doesn't represent, at least for the majority of media history, has not represented after the happily ever after what that looks like, or what happens there. And so, it's good to have that. It's good to be like, okay, you got together, now what? How do you keep the spice alive?
How do you keep the spice alive? How do you navigate difficult situations in D&D, life or death situations?
Yeah, that's it.
In real life, maybe bills. I don't know.
To keep your relationship fresh, you just have to fear for your life. Besides, the longer things drag on, the longer I get to be feral about all the ships.
Tangerine, I love that. Don't limit yourself.
Stay feral.
Yeah. Just remain exactly how you are.
I will stay feral with you.
I don't want to walk to get scissors, so anything that's not the right length, I've just been ripping.
Go for it.
I'm sorry if we have like weird pieces everywhere, but we will clean up, guys.
2025, stay feral. Yep, a dragon called Cat. Exactly.
Hey, dragon called Cat.
I did pull up. There's a ton of questions in Bards After Dark.
Are any of them for us?
I don't know. So one of them was how's Woody's school going? He's good. Oh shit. He opened his show
Were we supposed to text him?
yesterday or today. It was today. I gotta text him.
We'll text
I
him.
did tell him to break a leg late last night,
Oh, then
but I need to text him again.
better than me.
But yeah, he opened one of his shows that they had to put up in like a week and a half or 2 weeks, something
Yeah, 'cause
like
I feel
that.
like he just started.
Yeah.
I feel like winter break just ended.
I couldn't tell you what it is.
I thought it was like.
It's All My Sons. That's
Oh,
what it
never
is.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something from last semester.
Yeah. But he's good. He's good. He misses New York.
Oh.
When he and his partner came, they stayed with us for a little bit, and in the morning it was like Miles, me, Woody, his partner, and I was just like, man, I just wish y'all could just stay.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, us too.
I wish they also lived in the building.
Oh, that would be so nice.
I want a friend situation. Also with the rent stabilized apartments. I want a literal friend situation from
I would love a rent stabilized apartment.
do you want to pull up any of the bad questions, or do you want to save them?
Sure,
Up to
let's
you.
see what we have. My
You have the
hands.
cleaner hands. I cannot touch an electronic device at this time. I did touch my phone earlier, and then I looked at my phone after, and I instantly regretted it.
As someone whose brother lives across the country, I feel that. Yeah, Tange.
Yeah,
It's tough.
I bet it was hard.
Alright, whoa, there's a lot. Okay.
That's so exciting. I haven't looked in a while. I think because I've mostly been looking at the art exchange stuff.
Yeah.
Tangerine and I both know who everyone has. We're the only people that know who everyone has, and we're so excited. So excited.
Are you all gonna do like a reveal, like a voice chat reveal thing? Like, is it like a secret gift, like Secret Santa kind of thing?
So my rough thoughts, and Tangerine and I will discuss this further, but our rough thoughts, I believe, are to do it like throughout the day because of everyone is across many time zones.
Oh, that's true.
So
that's
I think
true.
it'll be like a reveal throughout the day on the channel for the Secret Art Exchange, and I think that'll be really fun because I feel like there's so many people that you'll get like multiple an hour, like seeing as people wake up and then get to go back and see, and I just think it'll be really cool. Like you don't know when yours will be shared. That's my initial thought because of the time zones. Like everyone will have to do it on the 14th for them. Tangerine, we can discuss further. Oh, you love it.
Yeah, because I want to see everybody's art and see what y'all created for each other, because it's just so pure and lovely.
Yeah, the initial thoughts would be it would be posted throughout the day on the 14th, which is Valentine's Day and Kyle's birthday.
Alpha says time zone art roulette.
Yeah, like anytime you open your phone, there could be like one or two multiple new things.
I'll be at work, but yes, we can definitely talk.
We have time. We have time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Everyone
can you all hear the
reveal.
music that's playing, or is it just for us?
Well, and everyone can reveal their own, because I'll also be at work. Like, everyone would post, and they'll be like, here's my art. I had so-and-so. This is the character.
I turned it up a skosh. If it's also distracting and annoying, let me know.
We already have that good paper ASMR.
I'd love to do that, especially since I'll be working all Valentine's Day. I work at a flower shop, and February 14th is one of the busiest holidays. Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, wow.
We were just talking about that, about the weed stores and how employees sometimes want like 420 off.
But it's the biggest.
But it's the biggest day for them.
I mean, there's so many industries now where it's like, I'm trying to think of like different. Other than flower shop for Valentine's Day makes so much sense.
I mean, Mother's Day and Father's Day is really busy for a lot of restaurants.
It is. Because you take them out.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to work at this martini bar where Mother's Day and like Easter, they'd get this like huge like swan ice sculpture come in, and they'd have like a buffet where people would have to like you have somebody at like a carving station.
Oh my God.
It was wild. I'd work like 12 hours straight without a break because the labor laws in that state were not great. But I would make a lot of money. But at what cost? I was 22, so I could do it then. I could not do it now.
I know, sometimes I think about being like 23 and working 90-hour weeks, and I'm like, how did I'm such a sleepy girl.
Yeah. It's back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Our biggest was Valentine's Day, with Mother's Day a close second. Real at the bank, Tangerine?
Oh.
Wow. A Dragon Cult Cat says, the busiest holiday for us is actually Mother's Day, since it falls during prom season and graduation and wedding season. Holy shit. That must be very busy.
Yeah. All at once.
Wow.
Because you have the corsages, you have the bouquets, you have table decorations for weddings. Weddings have so many flowers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you worked at a flower shop, Tangerine. I thought you meant Mother's Day was a really busy day at the bank.
Hey, Mom, let me go cash a check for you.
I'm dreading Lunar New Year in a little over 2 weeks. Everyday Andre, do you also work at? Oh wait, fine dining Chinese restaurant. Oh, cool.
Oh, but that'll be very busy.
It will be busy.
But very cool.
But I bet the food's great.
Yeah.
I found out that the ramen place down the street, the one up the hill, is not a ramen place. It's a sushi place. The
the one up the stairs?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's sushi and udon.
I didn't realize. I just thought they were like, well, people won't walk down the hill or walk up the hill, so we'll just put this where we live.
Yeah.
Our part of Manhattan, it's like part of the island is like down here, and the other part of the island is like up here. And so we have basically like those stairs from the Joker, the Walking Phoenix Joker. We have like those giant, long, steep stairs that you have to walk up this hill to go. And there's a restaurant down our street. And then they have the same business up the hill, and I just thought it was because people won't walk up the hill, but no, it's different. I just learned that.
Udon and sushi. That's so funny. The more you know. But there's also like what I love about how many restaurants and how many things there are in New York, and a lot of places I've lived, honestly, is there's so much. Like the other day we had that really fresh guacamole that I was actually able to eat, and it was like I didn't even know that restaurant existed.
Yeah.
You know, there's more restaurants than you could possibly eat at in a lifetime in New York.
Ooh, okay. Which of the main characters in Dark Age, PCs or NPCs, has the scariest glare? This is from Ash/Sonder on Discord. So we can ask these, and then if we do Bards After Dark, it could change, and other people will answer it.
What was it? Scariest glare?
Scariest glare. And chat, if you have a thought. Scariest glare.
The Qatari glare is pretty scary.
Scariest glare for us or for our characters?
Oh, I was looking like objectively. I was like, that's a pretty intense glare. I think when JB looks upset, it really scares me because he's so happy normally.
Yeah.
And so it's like when that happy, bubbly character gets serious, it's like, oh no.
That was my first thought too. Was like, oh no.
Same mind.
Because for Sanov, if Qatari glares, she's just like, okay, game on.
Yeah.
What is Qatari has to be up there. Qatari, and I'd be willing to bet Valor's glare could kill.
She hasn't glared at anyone yet, but she has a lot of special tricks now. She could kill.
Yeah. Because I feel like as big of a talk as Alis has, she, not as a god sleep, isn't super like scary. She's just a little guy. Besides, you know, her being raised by elves who hate anybody who's done well.
Yeah. I don't know if Thegus can glare.
Can a penguin glare?
That's, you know what I mean? That's how you're visualizing it.
I'm thinking about the beak.
You're so funny.
I mean, he could furrow his eyebrows for sure.
Yeah, but
But like, how does a penguin?
would it be scary? No.
No, it would be cute.
It would be cute.
It would
it's
be
like
cute.
when a child's upset because you're not letting them like eat dirt or something, and you're like, I'm doing what's best for you.
Yeah, but they're like,
and you're just like, wow, I'm trying to keep you alive.
Tangerine says, I think Alice thinks she has a good glare. That's so true. That's so true.
Very funny. She does think that. I think her glare looks more like a pout.
Everyday Outer says, I wouldn't be scared of Alice's glare. I would be terrified if Alice looked hungry.
Bertrand has a scary glare in a cool way.
Vegas does a lot of things a real penguin wouldn't be able to do, like type.
That's so
I've never
fair.
thought. It's just like
You can emote,
one
yeah.
big finger just typing.
Sorry, when I was like, can I hold your hand, or is it like a foot?
That probably is nice. Like, imagining holding hands with a penguin, it just kind of like envelops
Yeah.
you.
My favorite, and I love that Dan was trying to like really commit to it. We have to talk about like Dan was really committing because every time I touched anyone, Will was like, "Oh, it's ice cold," so he like really committed to it, and then was like, "Oh wait, it probably doesn't bother me." But I appreciated Dan committing because everyone was doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so funny.
Let's see. I feel like also Bertrand in the way that I'd be terrified of a scary teacher boss if they were glaring at me. Bertrand did cross my mind too. Of like,
I don't want her disappointed.
yeah, you don't want her disappointed in you, which is what she constantly is
Yeah.
with the Golden Sentinels.
It's tough. Do a double.
Hello, Gremlin. You attempted to sleep, but you couldn't.
Oh, I hope you can relax with us for a little bit.
Let's see, what other questions do we have?
The glare, that's a funny question.
Can't answer that one yet.
Oh, a lot of them I feel like we can't, especially a lot of the Scary stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, friends. But we love Ascari University. I actually wore this out and about today, and one of my friends was like, what is that shirt from? And my other friend who I was with goes, it's obviously a D&D thing. And I was like, thanks for getting my brand. Even though they don't know what it means, you know? It was nice. So buy the shirt, wear it, confuse people.
I saw in one of the fanfics they'd said that like somebody went to Ascari University, and I was like, oh, that's so fun. That's so fun.
Obviously. Thank you, Tangerine. Is there any questions we can answer, or is it fun to say the question and then say that we can't answer?
Somebody asked. I'll say the question. We can't answer this, I don't think. What gods do the Ascari worship? What is different between Sinov's and Lenore/Valor's group and Katari's group? So much.
Oh, so much.
But we can't really say.
Yeah.
And I think, like, as these training sessions go on, we will learn more about the differences. At least some of them.
And I think it's more fun to not know, honestly, because it's really interesting, especially when you got to meet her first in character as Sinov, and then when I joined and Lenore got to meet Katari. It's so interesting to like see that intense animosity and then misunderstandings without the context, because it just feels very real to me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very excited to learn more about that. Yeah, me too.
One day.
And then if you were to be playing music in a tavern, what instrument would you play? Chat, answer this for yourself too. If you played music in a tavern, what instrument would you play? I played clarinet in high school.
Oh, really? Is this for my character? I'm sorry, you're mean.
I don't know. It just says you.
Huh.
So, me as Hannah? Probably clarinet or maybe ukulele. That feels fun.
Me as Rachel would be a guitar or ukulele, because those are things I somewhat know how to play, though I'm very out of practice. In character, as like Lenore or Valor, a harp, because it can be tragically beautiful.
Nice.
Thank
So
you.
no would play the tambourine. She is literally that bitch in the band that has the tambourine and is just like there to be hot so that all the people come.
Yeah. Would she sing or just do the tambourine?
I've never thought about if Sinov can sing, That's a good RP warm-up question.
Because also, I don't know if we've talked about that too, because so much of like a lot of religions and a lot of cults have a lot of songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if we've thought about that as we were filling out the world and like what they do.
Yeah. Sonov probably sings. Lilith didn't. She was more of a play the violin and sob kind of gal.
And it was so beautiful.
I feel like Sonov would have been on the worship team 100%. Sonov was that gal who was like, I need all the extracurriculars to make myself look good because I want to be the next prophet. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. You have to fill out the resume. Sonov fan art with the tambourine would be so sweet. Oh, did you see the art yesterday of,
Baby Sonov and Baby Lenore?
And then it was Baby Sonov holding the art as if she drew it?
No, I went to bed before that.
I was like...
I'll have to go look. I haven't been on Discord yet today.
Oh. I'm trying to remember who did it. I think it was Mushmoo? I think so.
Yeah.
So it was the art, and then someone replied, I'm not sure who replied, and someone was like, oh, I can picture, like, Sonov as a kid drawing this, of, like, this is me and my sister. And so then they did it, and, like, put it on. Yeah.
My heart.
It's so cute, because it's, like, it's really fun. That's what I really like, I think, about the fan fiction and the AU stuff, or art of this, because, like, right now is such a difficult time. It's really fun to see, like, the past and before times that, like, the characters had.
Yeah, it's like comfort, but also makes it hurt more.
Just a little bit.
It's my favorite emotion. I don't know what you call that emotion.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know if bittersweet encapsulates it enough. But that's like the first word I think of.
Canon is angst, so we come up with fluff that makes it worse.
Yeah. Confirmed. It was much. Thank you, Tindarian.
Ooh, Apollo played the flute dizzy and the piccolo and the pan flute. Cool.
Very cool.
Sax is too sexy not to pick up. Yeah. Yeah. I was always kicking myself in marching band because everyone hates on clarinet players. And the saxophonists and the trumpet players and the drum line and the sousaphone line. They always looked like they were having so much fun. And then I was out here with my wooden instrument in the cold and snow.
Hi!
Someone has entered our apartment. Someone has come in through the door. Someone has come.
Your door's unlocked.
Oh, see, I left it and we unlocked it.
It's okay.
Hi!
Hello, come join. Hi.
You?
I'm good. Hey.
You want to come sit? Or are you going to go be a human?
I am gonna go be a human. I just wanted to say hi.
Hello.
Hi everybody. Are we on? We're on.
Yes, we are on.
Nice.
Would you like to answer what instrument JB would play if he had to play an instrument in a tavern?
He'd probably feel like he'd be good on percussion. You know,
Ooh, it's like a sexy drummer in the back. Just
yeah, like he'd be a drummer.
That'd be great.
Hi everybody, it's me.
So somebody needs to do some fan art of like the Golden Sentinels, like as a band. That would be so fun.
Either that or he'd be a bass player.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But like one of the fun ones, not just like standing there stoic.
The bass player that everybody like throws their bras at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can also see Sal as the like drummer because he'd like do the hair thing.
I like that. Yeah. What have we? Do we have more so far?
More.
Like options?
Sonov is the tambourine player.
Amazing.
And like backup vocals.
I feel like Alice would just shred the guitar, but do it really nonchalant like. Like she'd kind of be standing there like it's not even a big deal, but would be kind of just like ripping it.
Yeah, looking hot as fuck.
Yeah.
100%.
And everybody throw bras at her.
Okay. Lenore/Valor might be the lead singer in my brain.
Wait, really?
Unless you had another idea.
But then Thegus has one song that he always jumps in on, you know?
Yeah. What does Thegus play? I feel like Thegus plays like the trumpet. That is adorable, and I love that. I love a band. I love a band that has like a brass section. You know, like Lawrence the band like brings on their brass section a lot. Oh, So good.
Absolutely.
Bubbles on keys.
I
That's
was
a good
gonna
one.
say like a synthesizer.
And he'd have a really good slide.
With his 2 flippers.
Yeah. I know. Whenever Dan starts doing this, in my mind I'm just like,
What if it's just like little fingies? And it goes back.
That's cursed. That's cursed. And now I have to picture that.
All right, we have Bubbles.
just like,
Yeah. Because I had answered earlier as like an individual person playing an instrument, not like in terms of in a band.
What do you think? What do you think, Valor's
In
is?
terms of a band, I feel like if because everyone's already called everything, if it was singing, it would be that like unemotional like lead front girl in like an emo band that's like nodding, like singing, like how you said A-list is like acting like really casual.
Sure.
You don't want to be the lead singer.
I know.
Sonove will be the lead singer.
Yeah.
I feel like Sonove would
It
be a
ain't
really good singer.
her. It's like, oh, if this is the only spot left, I guess I'll do it. But like, I don't want to.
Sonove would like crush some Paramore.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Did you see how she
That's a
made
fun
it?
thought experiment. Though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Ooh, I love this.
Thank you. It's in progress.
It's so cool.
If you stick your hand in here, you'll get sucked into a different dimension. Or you'll lose your arm.
Do it. Do it. You won't.
No, I'm not gonna risk it. All right, I'm gonna go.
Thanks
I
for
love
coming
you guys.
by.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to everybody, to you, and to people at home that are little words on a tiny screen to me. Which is always
They were all saying hi.
hi.
Gold is the singer.
I actually would
Golds are-
imagine.
Gold-
Gold's
our
the
light
yeah.
technician.
He's like the light
The
dude
light
in the
dude.
back.
He's our tech.
The stage manager.
I was gonna have to see it was probably very funny, and we can look at it back later to see both of us go at the screen for so long, and it's like, who is it? It's so exciting. That was you.
I struck the pose so that you
Yeah.
guys didn't think somebody was just gonna be like lurking in your hallway.
I did think it was weird to hear the door open.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna take my shoes off. And
Yeah. Hey, nobody's accidentally walked into this apartment yet. It's happened several times in our old apartment.
Which makes less sense.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'd be very upset.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
felt awkward. We felt awkward.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, everyone
like was
did.
it like a drunken experience for them, or just like total brain fart?
One time it was a person who came up the fire escape and they were like they like tapped on the window of our fire escape
I
and
remember that.
they had locked themselves out and they left their keys and their phone and so they had to come through our apartment, but they'd like gotten up to our fire escape so that you all know it was also like a balcony.
Yeah.
So like they had to fully come into like our zone and they were like right up at the window, which is terrifying. Which was my bedroom.
They got locked outside.
They got locked outside on their fire escape
Okay.
and had to climb up the fire escape to ours.
That
One's
makes
more
sense.
normal. The second
makes
time,
sense, yeah.
the second time, doors unlocked because we lived on the 4th floor of a walk up. There were no more floors above us.
Yeah.
No one's gonna come all the way up.
No one shouldn't unless they really mean to be there. This gal comes up, opens the door, goes like, "Is Ashley here?" And several of my roommates were high. Ava wags her tail at this woman.
Oh, Ava.
Traitor.
And they're like, "No."
That is wild.
Uh-huh.
I cannot imagine being a sort
Or
of
was I just holding this one?
inebriated
Yeah.
with that. That would be wild.
It was pretty surprising. And it was also like after midnight when it happened
Ugh.
too.
How are
So
you that wrong about where you're going?
I don't know. I don't like when I come up to your guys' place, I will sometimes be high and I'll go up an extra flight because I won't be paying attention.
Yeah.
But like I don't then
You
try to
guys are
walk
just
into
so
somebody's
strong.
apartment.
You still check the number?
Yes, I still check the number.
Or
Thank
fucking
you.
not.
Or not on the door. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, of course.
Go say hi to the kitty babies for me.
I will.
I fed them dinner earlier.
Okay, I won't let them trick me.
Yeah, Boots is notoriously a trickster god.
Notorious B-O-O-T-S.
Yeah.
Tangerine says Ava is a poor judge of character. In that moment, she definitely was.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I thought she was my little guard dog, but she instead is just a friend to the world.
And I'm gonna lock the door.
Oh, thanks for locking my door. Thanks for keeping me safe.
So silly. had a brief, obviously, Kyle just got off work early, but I had a brief, like, oh my god, what time is it?
Me too.
Because I was like, I feel like we haven't been doing this very long, because it's been so relaxing.
Mm-hmm. It's easy for the time to fly.
Yeah.
How are we looking?
Got a lot.
Are we gonna put like a little... What are we doing here?
So this will, I think, it needs to be filled in, obviously, with the paper, but then I think this can be one of, like, the larger minis. Or it could be where, like, the heralds sit for this current campaign.
Should we
Whereas,
test it?
like, some of these other bums, yeah, like, let me know if it's the right size. Whereas some of these other bums can be for, you know, just fun little things. And I think we'll have to put in something like flat inside where I think we could use some of that clear plexi we have from those frames.
Amazing.
To make clear little actual shelves rather than just like hoping they stay on the But I don't know, they might.
Okay, these seem like they're probably the biggest ones.
Ooh, yeah, those guys might be too big for this part. Like, the taller ones would have to be, like, up here, you know what I mean?
You want girthier. Is that what you're telling me? You want girthier ones? Like this one?
Yeah, like that one. Oh, this one, the last herald's legs broke, so I don't want to move her. Because we need to fix her. But bring that, yeah. Are you stuck?
No, I just realized I'm gonna leave Hans McGee.
Yeah.
I'll just leave him off. I didn't want to drop it accidentally and break Woody's hard work on that creepy hand.
But yeah, like something that would sit once we fill out the rest of this, sit in there, you know?
Wait, that's okay. How does it look on camera?
I think it would be really cute.
Wait, it's so cute. Chat, what do you think? How does that look?
And then we'll build out like, cause like here can sit one that we can attach. Here can sit like a little one. Something can like nestle in here, like a creature. I think could be fun.
I love it.
This one's like sitting up here.
We've got the approval from the people.
Thanks, friends.
Oh, that's so cute. It's like a little bird,
Yeah,
a dragon bird.
I think it'd be really fun. It's just a slow process.
Well, we could do this again next week. We'll leave this here and do it like Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, really? Because that's the thing. For friends who don't know, the base of this tree has been in my apartment for a month.
Yeah,
because I had the idea to do it. Was in the middle of several other craft projects, and was just like, I envisioned this tree, laid out all the cardboard, cut it, glued it all together, and then was like, now I have this giant thing that's flat, thankfully, but doesn't go anywhere, and so we like stuck it behind our like coat rack that we have, and it's been there for a month. Well, we've collected enough paper to do this.
Yeah, every unboxing box that we've gotten, if there's brown paper in it, we've been like, save it!
Yeah, I think it might have to be, I don't know about your hands, but it might have to be a, oof.
You know,
Yeah.
I bet by next week my fingies will probably be back together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can help glue.
And we also have to pop out all the terrain stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be a good secondary. Do this
Yeah.
part, fill in any gaps.
How do y'all feel? You want to do another Bards and Crafts early next week? Not early, but like, you know, before
The before times.
before Wednesday, when we all get our shit rocked,
Ooh, I'm
inevitably.
gonna sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
Oh, wow.
Is it nice? You
Yeah.
just realized you've been standing for a while?
I honestly had no idea that like 3 hours had passed.
7, 8, 9. I'd say like 2.5.
This
You're
was
good.
really fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good for me. I'm young.
Yep. We are.
It's more my arms are tired from the top part, but it'll be good. We can do the bottom part, do that, and then maybe attach it to the wall. If we decide to keep the like 2 tones.
I don't mind it. I think it gives it texture.
I know.
Chat, what do you all think about the like newspaper versus the brown paper?
I like it more. So as I'm looking at it on the screen, I think it's more successful here because it's a little more chaotic as I went, and I think it's less successful here where it's the longer strips. So I think I would want to maybe add some extra pieces on this part to break it up, because that's also something I learned from an old boss I had when talking about like your art or criticizing someone else, not just being like, I don't like that or that's not good. Explain why a different piece is more successful so you can figure out how to replicate it in the part that you don't think is working. Because how we talk about things is important and affects how you think about things. So that's the first part we did, and I stuck with some of the longer pieces. Going all the way through. Like this part I really like how it changes, and over here it got more like less organized, I guess.
Yeah.
And I like this part a lot more. So I think if we continue with that on the rest of it, and then on the middle add in some pieces that give it that, I think I will be happy with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's also because, like, nature isn't organized, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see that. I mean, it all looks beautiful, but I agree. This looks more like the tree grew.
Yeah, and that's more what we were going for. And I think, thankfully, because it is all paper, it'll be very easy to add in some pieces in the middle to do that.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad y'all like it. You can add the paper to small wood ledge pieces. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. This is cool. Cool idea. I would have never had this idea.
I just saw like a photo of, I think it was like on Instagram or something, and I saw someone do like a big tree in like a children's room with then bookshelves on it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what gave me the idea for that corner.
Yeah, I think that'll look cool. Cool.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
What are y'all doing for the rest of your weekend? Tried to cast Bards to my TV and forgot I swapped TVs. That's funny, Alpha. Are there gonna be leaves on the tree? Great question.
I was thinking more for like that dead gnarled wood look. Yeah, the like twisting. I'm not sure what leaves would look like on this. Do you like, would they be colorful? Would they be like faded?
I don't know. That's a good question, though.
We can think on it, and that's something we can always add.
Gremlin is revising for their exams next week. Tange is cleaning the house. Apollo's going to Little Shop of Horrors tomorrow. Fun.
Ooh, jealous. Oh, maybe interesting. I understand. Maybe Twilight Tavern. I know, we need to go again soon. I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times?
2 or 3 times, I cannot remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot remember. I want to see Will die. I want to go and I want to see Will get murked. I just want to know how that works, because I have never, in all the times I've seen it, I've never seen somebody die.
Right. I've seen someone get to 2 HP.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was just like, what happens to the show?
What if there's a TPK?
Yeah, and like I know that they obviously have contingency plans and it all works out, but I was like, wait, what happens though?
Yeah. I think you like come back as a ghost. It's like Trivia Murder Party on Jackbox games. You can still play as a ghost. At least that's what I heard, but I don't know. Maybe Will was fucking with me when he told me that.
Maybe he was lying.
Yeah. I gotta put my glasses on to see the chat. I want to go to the tavern so bad. Come to the tavern. You know? It's great. It's fun. It
really
feels
fun.
like you're watching a D&D one-shot.
Yeah.
But you get to, like, participate in, much like Bards, like, where you guys do the healing words and stuff.
Like when you're yelling at the screen, probably.
Yeah. But you get to yell at the actors. Like, you get to, like, volunteer names. You get to, there's, like, games you play where you have to get, like, the bar on the screen to a certain level. And you can't go above it, you can't go below it. You get to choose the characters who play.
Yes, I do really like that.
That was really fun. Yeah, it's creative. It's really fun.
Train just said I'm yelling at the screen constantly. Like in anger or because of ships? Genuine question.
Both. Both.
All of the above. An ocean in the way is tough. hopefully they expand. I know they're opening in Australia.
Yeah, I know there's plans to do more and to do a tour as well.
All of the
That's
above,
all I've heard. I don't think it's going to. It's like a show that could go forever.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why, like, I can't think of any other show that I've seen multiple times.
Yeah, the rewatch value on it is quite good.
Mhm.
And with all the, like, swings and stuff, you can see so many different people and see, like, different interpretations. I do want to go when it's, like, an all-femme cast.
That'd be cool.
Because there are a lot of mask people. Nothing wrong with mask people, but I do want to go when there's an all-femme cast and watch that. Because there is Jasmine from Twice Rolled Tales, which is another NYC TTRPG. Like, they do YouTube mostly. I don't think they do podcasts. She's also in it. She's a swing.
I didn't realize.
Yeah. She's the mage swing, I think. She's supposedly, like, pretty funny. Pretty fucking funny. So,
We'll have to go.
yeah, I want to see her. But with what free time? With what free time?
I
barely have time to wipe my own ass.
Winter holiday season just is, like, a lot. I'm hoping the spring feels a little more chill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Gotta sleep. Bye, Lua.
Bye, Lua. Sweet dreams. Been once to the Sydney one. Offered to buy my ticket for a second visit. Oh, that's cute.
That's very nice.
That's so sweet. Paula says Jasmine is so cool. I love her. She's very cool.
I love family supporting D&D hobbies.
Oh, she's the permanent mage now. She's not swing. That's awesome for her. That's great. That's so cool. She's lovely. The few conversations I've had with her, she's very, very
Really?
kind. Mm-hmm.
That's always exciting.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed if I, like, meet someone in person and then it's, like, not what you expect. So it's always really nice to hear that how kind people are.
Yeah. Somebody came into the bar the other day and was like, we were talking about Aubrey Plaza. He was like, I just think she's such a great actor and I think she's just, like, a cool person. And he was like, well, I don't know. Maybe she's not a cool person and that's just the persona she has for, like, you know, her fans. And I was like, I think it's probably pretty close to who she is.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some separation, but I feel like it's so hard to, like, pretend to be something you're not.
Yeah.
For, like, constantly. It's just much easier to just be genuine and be yourself. Yeah. It was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
Yeah. He was, like, 3 martinis in. So... But it made the time go by fast.
That'll do it.
I can't. I take my glasses off and then I can't see anything.
I feel like maybe we leave this out. And I'm not saying that just because now that we've started the tree, I don't have anywhere to put it. Now that it's not a flat... now that it's not a flat thing. And see if we can do this early in the week.
Yeah. I'm down. Yeah.
I'm down if I finish all my chores tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Will y'all come back and hang with us if we finish this Monday or Tuesday? I feel like Dora the Explorer.
Because you're talking and then it's like the waiting for the...
Can you say sandwich? Can you say me puedes darme un sandwich? Me puedes dar?
Well, because there is a delay.
I am blind.
Depends on the time. Absolutely, absolutely. Of course. The long pause. Sandwich. That's what it says.
Have y'all seen that? It's a TikTok or it's a Vine.
Is it?
And someone's like, Hola, me llamo Dora. Can you say sandwich? And then somebody from off screen throws a sandwich at this woman and it slaps her in the face.
No, I haven't seen this.
It's so funny. So funny.
I, unlike John, have not been chronically online.
Yeah, I'm with John. I'm always online. But it's my job. It's my job.
It is. You have to be.
Yeah. Not only for this job, I do it for my other job, too. This job's more fun.
This is my favorite of the jobs. The job options.
Yep. If I had to pick, gun to my head.
Yeah. I mean, we constantly say if we could play D&D twice a week or every day. But, like, realistically, if we could do Bards twice a week, that would be awesome.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so nice. Even if it was just like this, I mean, I'd play D&D and then also do like this, like cozy chill hang thing too. That would be so fun.
And now that we're past all the holidays and traveling and things, it'll be easier.
Yeah, now I have no social plans. Other than people's birthdays coming up.
I was like, am I forgetting anyone's birthday?
Your own?
That's not soon.
It's like a month away. A month and some change.
Plenty of time.
And our Valentine's Day baby.
Kyle's birthday is Valentine's is my favorite. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day in our house. We just celebrate Kyle's birthday. Because it's not fair.
Kyle's the god of love.
Yeah. I think it's a very appropriate, like, if you had to be born on a holiday, I can't think of a better holiday for Kyle to have been born on.
It would have been funny if, for the Gods of Regulus, if Kyle had played, like, the god of love. Why didn't he do that?
I know!
Why did... I mean, love Unin, but imagine.
Yeah. My favorite is reading, comments on, since we've been doing the TikTok and Instagram comments and responding to them, the people who maybe don't watch the show, but they recognize Kyle and they're like, it's that guy! Romancing! Rizzing! What is he doing? And it's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, yeah, that's, yeah.
The Rizzler.
Mm-hmm.
He is the Rizzler.
Yeah. And now we have the art exchange on Valentine's Day. It's gonna be an awesome day.
It is. It's gonna be lovely. To me, Unin is the god of love.
Tangerine?
Unin doesn't know how to walk. I'm sure he's figured it out by now. God, I hope so.
A lot has happened. He's figured out how to leave cryptic messages.
True. I have so many questions. I know we want to wrap it up, but man, I could talk for days about the theories about the gods. And like who's with what. We got more info last episode about who's kind of with whom.
But I'm worried that it's like, I have a lot of worries. But I worry it's breadcrumbs that are left in such a cryptic way that they could be interpreted one way or the other, and then we're all gonna like lean really hard into one interpretation. It's the wrong.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
We've come back from worse.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, this
I've
guy
seen
romancing.
I've seen multiple comments of people saying, "Oh, this guy romancing on my FYP again."
It's so funny.
Yeah, I did see one comment that was like, "Kyle, don't do this to me again." It was so funny.
Was it on the JB and A-list video?
I think so.
Probably,
Yeah, which I haven't watched Arcane, but everybody's comparing JB and A-list. It's also because John and Kyle apparently look like two characters from Arcane, kind of.
Oh, you've only seen the first episode.
I've only watched the first episode.
Also, there's one of the main characters has that like Russian accent, kind of like, or like Eastern European,
and they smooch.
In our minds.
Oh, is it just queer coded or is it queer?
You have to watch it.
Okay, I want queer.
It's also some of the dialogue of the like, if you see stuff. No, I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't watched season 2.
Yeah, don't tell me.
There's some of the dialogue where I'm like, Ember would have said that.
Oh no, my heart.
It's really good. It's really good.
I will watch it. I started watching it, loved it, but then I was like, oh, do I watch this when it's about two sisters with blue and pink hair, or will this influence me?
No, it's very different.
Very different.
I promise. I watched it and it is sad because they're like estranged and end up on opposite sides of war, and it's like very sad, but it will not influence you.
Okay.
I did watch it though, and Kyle and I, like, first episode, we watched it together. We're just like, is this really about an older sister with pink hair and a younger sister with blue hair?
Because we've also, because we've been compared to the sisters from Arcane as well.
Yeah, but
no, just a coincidence. It's like Lilith being like that one elf from that one TV show.
Yeah, that I haven't seen, but I know people are. I mean,
My
like,
brain.
I understand there's parts of it, and there's things where you're, like, on different paths, but, like, still trying to help each other, but, like, no, I don't want to spoil anything about the show.
Yeah, don't tell me anything.
Yeah. I get it, I do, but I very, obviously, for many reasons, if you watch the show, do not think that it will go that way for us. Is my dream.
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. The love story of Lenore/Valor and Sinope is my favorite love story in Dark Age so far.
Yeah.
That probably won't change.
I just think it's cool because I think it's cool for a lot of reasons, and I think it's very fun to portray and explore and like have characters that are at odds but have that like undercurrent of love for each other and like misunderstand each other but like will come back together, and to have that in like a non-romantic way to do the sibling love I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And like very fun to explore.
Yeah.
And it feels very real, those challenges
Yeah.
of like, I really disagree with you but I'm gonna stay here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
And
cool.
hope you come around.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to give up on you. Whereas in other forms of relationships, it's easier to do so at times.
Yeah, you're like, well, I've tried now 3 times. I think I'm done. Yeah. Speaking of love, I saw somebody asked, what's your favorite Dark Age ship? Which I would love to know. Chat, what your favorite Dark Age ship is. Oh, it was Gremlin. Gremlin asked that. Chat, I want to know what your favorite Dark Age ship is. We'll end on this note. I feel
Okay.
like. We'll end on some horny feral. We love and shipping, and we'll go raid somebody, and then we'll all hang out in Discord, and then we'll come back here Monday or Tuesday. Apollo says Joltaire, which I do respect.
That's my favorite joke one.
Yes, I love the fanfic. The fanfic was so fun, and I loved how you took what they said and put it into the fan. I love that when that happens. It's happened with some Ember and Lilith fanfic as well, where they'll like take what we have said and they'll expand on it. That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
So love the Joltaire.
That's my favorite joke one. Not my favorite, like, it'd be really cool to see that happen, and like I'd love to like see that in the future, but it's my favorite. Like, it gives me a good chuckle and I love to see it because I love like JB and Kyle's reaction to Voltaire every time he's there. And I feel like Will gets such satisfaction out of it.
I just started a new arc in Hunter x Hunter with who Voltaire is based on.
Okay.
And I think I might be coming around to Hisoka now. Whereas for the most part I was like, Hisoka, I'm not sure about you.
I haven't watched it yet.
I can't let it make me love Voltaire though, because Voltaire is a different person. But he is based on Hisoka.
We're very anti-Voltaire.
Apollo did say their first ship was where did it go?
First ship Sinov and
Alis. Everyday Andre is JB and Alis. Great. Minor Pendant, I ship it every week. That's funny.
I do. Our captain does give us a like best ships of the week. And it's so hard though, because sometimes, and I think you mentioned that on it, we just like don't get content of some of our ships because even though the show is like sometimes 4 or 5 hours, there's just not enough time in the world.
No.
You know, some weeks we don't get any one-on-ones.
No.
Cause also, and we try to balance one-on-ones, I think, pretty well with like doing group things and like everyone gets to play.
Yeah.
But we got some real good Qatari Sinov this week.
That was so fun. Will and I were texting about it last night about just like, it felt like playing. Like it was such a fun time.
Yeah. It was so really fun to watch. John and I were totally tweaking.
And it was fun. It's what I wanted from Lenore and Alis.
It's what I thought we would get.
Yeah.
Rachel, going into that episode.
It's what you'd planned.
Yeah.
But it was fun to like get the lore of the Ascari.
It was very cool.
It felt very dynamic.
Yes.
Maybe Alis and Valor can.
Someone I think said Alis Valor's their ship, which is very funny. I respect it. And I respectfully disagree.
Prince Alex says mine has yet to be Valor and Alis.
It's very funny.
Interesting.
Very funny
True enemies to lovers.
If that
one happens, man, I'll eat my hat.
Yeah, that feels like setting a bad example.
I mean, it's like the ultimate like I
I
can forgive you. We can come back from it. You know, in media, when like the bad guy, but the anti-hero does something, and to atone for it, they die. I hate that. Like Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
When Kylo Ren died, I was like, that's lazy storytelling. The more interesting, more complicated thing is for him to live. Yeah. And for him to have to figure out how to like grow and make up for it to a certain extent and navigate that. Like that is more interesting to me than him dying.
Yes.
100%. I hate it when they kill off characters like that.
Isn't there how my mind is just blanking on, there's like a book or a TV show or a movie. There's in media. There's like, you know, when someone's going through a time or whatever, and then there's like a mentor type figure that's like, it's much easier to die, it's much harder to live. What's that from?
Oh.
What's that from?
Not, is it from Lord of the Rings? No. What is it but to live? Yeah, I can like hear it.
Yeah. And I don't know the exact words. Is it Hamilton? Like,
I mean,
it's
it is in
something.
Hamilton, but I don't know if that's like, because Hamilton
Wait,
is like
that's
inspired
so
off of so
funny.
many things.
No, I can't with that.
What a tangent. People are taking Valor A-list extremely seriously on Discord, and I get it, honestly.
So funny. Tangerine, as the captain, you have to get all ships.
Wait, Apollo, I'm
Hamilton?
misunderstanding. Are you comparing Voltaire to Izzy Hands?
I don't know who that is.
It's from Our Flagman's Death, which you would love.
I've seen the first season.
You have?
I think so.
Watch the second season.
But I'm bad with names.
Izzy Hands is like the grumpy dude. Second season.
Okay,
It's great.
I'll watch the second season.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I know I've seen the first
I know some
one.
people didn't, but I really enjoyed it. There were just some like beautiful moments, and Izzy Hands sings at one point. Dying is easy, young man living is harder. Yeah, I know it's from there, but I don't know if it's a. I mean, who can say what One Piece? Everything is inspired from something else, right? My brain keeps playing, and it's not the same thing. It's that conversation between Frodo and Gandalf that they have, where Frodo's like, "I wish it didn't happen in my time," and Gandalf is like, so does everyone, you know. But all we can do is do the best with the time we're given, or however
Something
the
like
hell
that,
he says it way better than I do.
Yeah. No, I do love, and I think it's really interesting, and I felt so bad. Obviously Valor didn't feel bad, but I, as Rachel, as a fan of everyone's character, was like, wow, I feel really bad for A-list to have to like sit and constantly look at this person.
But like interesting.
But it's so interesting because it's better than just like having to deal with it and never seeing them again.
Yeah, or A-list dot like, and that's why we have like a players plans group chat. We're like, we don't want A-list to die.
No.
How do we solve this problem? Because to us as storytellers, one, we all love A-list, and two, it is much more interesting for somebody who has done some heinous shit to that instead of die, have to come back from that and atone for it to a certain regard, and do it with a person who they have directly wronged.
So interesting.
Yeah.
And like really cool to see that type of growth, and it's like that you always want, and as characters, and like it doesn't always like play out this right way in real life, but when we're playing these characters, like they take in new information and they're forced to change. And that's really interesting. But just like living with what you believe, what we've decided our characters believed or grew up believing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, which I feel like for every character is being challenged, and so like the belief systems that character has had is being challenged in different ways, and it's fascinating. Woody called me the other day, and he's like, "It's just so fun to watch y'all, because I feel like you guys have gotten like really good at storytelling." And I was like, "Well,
that's so nice."
Yeah, I hope so.
It's been years.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, it's so fun to join after seeing y'all do it for so many years. I feel like I've learned a lot from watching.
You've always been very good too.
Well, thank you.
I say, Yassine Brown says, just finished Dark Age Chapter 1. Wanted to say really enjoyed it. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
That's so
Strap
fun.
in.
That's so fun.
Strap in. 1, don't want A-list to die. 2, if A-list dies, does X take over? That's not,
there's some
multiple
spoiler
reasons
discussion happening.
I mean, that's very vague. If you just watch Chapter 1, I don't think any of
That's
that would
so
make sense.
fair.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons that she could almost
so many reasons. Yeah, but for some of you who I stirred some chaos in the tinfoil hat Discord thread, because they were talking about how excited everyone is for Ishtava to make an appearance, and I dropped the thing Will said in our player plans,
which was
thing,
so scary
because we were trying to solve the A-list problem, and Will was like, "Yeah, trickster god's known for
never lying,
and yeah, I put that little screenshot.
That's very funny.
Was thinking about that.
That conversation floored me.
Yeah. So Will does it to us too.
Oh, all the time. I feel like there's certain things we're playing and I'm like, wow, it's so cool that I know this thing that like everyone else at the table doesn't know, some of like the new things that I have. Or I'm like, oh, and like the audience doesn't know this, and that's gonna be so cool later. And then I'm sitting there looking at Will, and I'm like thinking of all the things I don't know.
Will texted me last night, and he goes, "How did you feel about this, this, and this?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah. Like I had like this question and this question and this question." He goes, "Those are 3 separate answers for 3 very different paths." And I was like, "Why'd you fucking ask?" But it was good. Like, of course he had asked, but I was getting no answers from the man. The A-list problem.
That's the way we will refer to it.
For someone who is a ticking time bomb, she loves to throw herself in front of a blade. Yeah, that was so scary last episode.
Oh my god. That she went down. Yeah,
Yep.
That was very scary.
Yep, the water wings are off.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, when we were told that, like episode 21.
Yeah.
We're not in the kiddie pool anymore.
Nope.
There's consequences. The taking time out thing, I saw someone. Was it you? I don't know. Someone posted a screenshot of when we were having a conversation in character about A-list being a ticking time bomb, and someone screenshotted John's reactions, and he was just like. Oh, and it was so funny to see him reacting like as John. He was just like, yeah. It was hilarious.
Yeah. That happened in Ballad of the Nightmare
It
Crew
was
when
Kay. Thank you.
we'd talk about 2 characters would talk about Ember and some like questionable shit Ember did, and Kyle would go, "Yep."
Meanwhile, I'm over here. Someone talks about me like the Bubbles Iridia conversation. I was just like under the table. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. The I Ship It book is so funny. Back to the I Ship It thing. Oh, we still need to do our favorite ships before we sign. We keep getting sidetracked.
Sorry. This is how I'll be like, oh, Kyle, I'm hanging out with Hannah for just like a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 hours later.
We'll like get together and do crafts and just chat, and then Kyle will come home from work, and then we will all sit down and we'll chat for another hour or 2 hours. It's nice. It's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. And it's so nice because I don't have to like worry about taking a train home for 2 hours. You know what I mean? The hardest part about living in New York City is the long distance friendships.
Oh my god, yeah.
The I Ship It sign. Thank you. I hold that up because I think it's hilarious.
It is
and
funny.
I worry that my face is not conveying how much I ship something, so I needed it in words. And now I have my pen in my book there, so I can easily open it.
Nice. We need to get you like a...
Oh, it was Starfall. Like, oh, I was literally thinking about making one. Yeah, I was literally making about it. I ship it.
That would be so cute.
Yeah. Who do I actually ship? Because Joltaire, favorite like joke ship.
It's also the name of the ship is so good. Joltaire.
Yeah, it's very funny. I'm a big fan of like maybe 2 at the moment. I mean, I'm a fan of a lot, and I think I put this in Discord the other day because someone was like, "Oh, you're only in this ship thread." I read all of the ship threads. I read almost everything that I can. I think it's so interesting. I'm not commenting. So it doesn't show up that I'm in a ship
We
thread.
see all.
Because I think it's all so funny and stuff. One of my favorites consistently has been the Qatari Sano. Regardless of if it's a romantic ship or a platonic ship, I just love seeing the 2 people coming from raised in a way that they were not supposed to get along at all, and watching 2 people, like obviously Sano very open to that change and Qatari begrudgingly and now very open to that change. I just think that relationship in whatever form it is so interesting and very rewarding because of how I was saying earlier. I like when people take in new information and are forced to adjust.
Yeah.
It's such a good example of that.
Yeah. We love a character on a journey.
Yeah. They're not perfect. So I don't know. I will say that is my first one that I'm very fan of, so I want you to share one.
I don't know if I have a joke one. I mean, I think my favorite joke one is probably like Hareem with chat or something. Is that a thread? Is that a
Damien
thread?
and chat is a thread.
Oh, Damien and chat. I mean,
which is very funny.
Damien. That fan art of Damien. I was like, Yeah, Damien can get it.
I was like, oh, that's why I did what I did.
Yeah, I would too. He's fucking hot.
Yeah.
I
really
never
good art.
imagined Damien with long hair like that, but the
Yeah.
second it was drawn, I was like, ugh.
Has to.
It's even hotter than what my mind pictured.
We're gonna ask Will to make it canon.
Yeah. Everyone's hotter with a little, long hair. Something to hold on to. I mean, I was honestly a pretty big A-list
No.
Lenore.
No, were you?
I was. I don't think I am as big anymore,
No.
but I love Enemies to Lovers.
I know, you read a
I
lot of those
love
books.
it. It's my favorite. Oh, hook it directly into my veins.
Hannah, it hurts me.
I mean, not ironically, I love the throuple shipping thread of A-list Sinov and Katari.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, there's a throuple shipping thread. I love that one.
I thought I
love
was
that
really
one.
up to date. I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, because, why would Sinov limit herself?
I mean, she's never failed in anything in her life. She won't fail at that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves a little bit of polyamory.
Mhm.
But I think, not to yuck any yums, the Iridia Thegus ship terrifies me. I think it's toxic. I'm afraid of what's
I'm
gonna
so
happen.
afraid.
I love it. Obviously, I love it because I make so many TikToks about
Yeah.
it. It's feral behavior.
But I'm afraid.
But I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Something's
absolutely.
gonna break bad.
Mhm.
My brain just blanked on all the ships. I mean, I love the JB A-list one. I think it is.
Yeah.
And we've talked it's very much still a friendship thing.
Mhm.
But it is just fascinating because they are so similar, and it's can we make each other better by helping each other?
Mhm.
I love that. That is so gentle. I love it. I just love how gentle JB is, but also will kill someone.
At one point, a long time ago, we don't know all the details.
Oh, I know my favorite.
What is
favorite
it?
ship.
What is it?
It's Valor and Vikestar. How could I ever forget?
Oh my gosh!
It's Valor and Vikestar.
It's so funny because I watch it and I see everyone saying look how gentle, look how kind he is, and I'm obviously character feels differently, but I as Rachel watch that back and I'm aren't you really kind of gentle to people you're using?
I just really feel if Vikestar doesn't know he's down bad, he will eventually.
That's so funny. No, it's something that I think obviously, and now being a paladin, and obviously with what happened the past couple episodes, that dynamic will be different going forward than it was, because it was pretty adversarial. Being a compelled cleric, and now with the paladin, obviously there's purpose, believe in it, want to work together, but it's very funny to see the ship stuff.
I love it.
Because there's I want it to go well, but Rachel, I'm oh no.
It's that power fantasy of you're literally a god, and I'm the one who makes you go to your knees, emotionally or whatever, or physically. That power dynamic. Ooh, feed it to me slowly like grapes.
It's do you see? I see it on Reels later since I don't see it on TikTok, but I know I feel it's a TikTok thing of the I think it's a clip of the guy from The Office going I love this. And it says when an immortal fae meets a 19-year-old illiterate girl, because it's about Akatar.
But we love a teenager who can't read.
Yeah, and we're just yep, love you, mortal.
But you're in your 30s-ish. We don't really know the ages of...
Very much adult. Obviously, Colt doesn't keep birthdays like that, but full adult. But it is the immortal being who's been here for however long. Very angry. And it's you, I choose you. Pikachu,
I just feel Valor's gonna have Vikestar on his knees at some point, and he's
I
going
hope
to.
she gets strong enough.
She's gonna dog walk him, and I'm gonna be here for it, and he's gonna thank her for it. That's what I want. Somebody write that fanfic, or maybe I should.
That can be your Sunday craft.
Oh yeah.
Edward and Bella, yes, thank you. It's whoa. You've had all this time, but then it's ooh, you've had all this time and you chose me, so I must be special. And I think it'll be fun going forward. Maybe not to the extent that you suggested. I think it'll be fun going forward with Valor having this, like, I'm on your team now, like, we're on the same page, maybe, and confident and, like, fearless, not nervous about things.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of her reactions and, like, interactions with people, as Lenore has that, like, underlying fear is what's driving, like, what was driving a lot of her decisions. Romance was hard for her.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's my favorite ship.
Okay.
I'm a toxic hoe.
Along the same vein for me, it would be the JB and Jabalis.
Jabalis.
With the Katari Sonove of, like, regardless if it's a friendship, I just love, because I see them both being long-term stories of, like, people bettering each other. And it's like the, it's that quote from Miyazaki of, like, a love story is about, like, what real love is people inspiring each other to be better. I butchered the quote. It's, like, a really nice quote about that, about, like, with characters and his films, it's not about, like, I love you so much, I'd go to the ends. It's like love is inspiring each other to be better people and like have a better life. And I think I think we have a lot of potential for that.
Yeah. I just watched Spirited Away and that makes me think of two of the characters. Yeah.
That's the next thing we're gonna watch.
I'll be very interested to see what you think of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now we're 3 movies in. That's the next one we're gonna watch. What is love but two souls trying to heal each other? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, fam.
This has been so lovely.
We are gonna go to the See You Next Time screen and go raid somebody. But thank you very much for hanging with us and putting up with our chaos and being our friends. Yeah. And if you're not on the Discord, come join the Discord and be our friends and put up with our chaos there and contribute to the chaos and the friendship.
Join your favorite ship threads.
Yeah. Write more fanfic. I'm loving it. I can't wait to go on and read the fanfic that was dropped today.
You haven't read the one from today yet?
No, I saw the notification came up on my phone, but I was working, so I haven't been on Discord yet today.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
We'll see you guys soon.
We love you. See you next week, aka like 48 hours. Okay, I'm going.
Do you know how to end the stream?
Maybe. Bye.